chain. And when I grabbed the chain, the nigga was like, yo, hit him in the head. Hit him in the head. I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. So, don't do that.
That entire video I will never get out of my fucking head with the legs up. I'm chopping the shit out of that video.
We will. And for those that don't know, that video came out a few weeks ago. It was Dipset affiliate Freaky Zeke. He was on the Flip the Script podcast, and he was detailing how he was robbed and shot. That's probably one of the most hilarious videos I've ever seen. That
it's amazing.
Ranks up there with Soulja Boy's home invasion story.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
It's a whole 20-minute clip, but the last like 5 minutes was like the details of that story. And it involves everything from him putting someone in a headlock to him getting shot to him fighting with someone to his chain almost getting snatched. It just went everywhere, man. That was funny as hell. But
so funny, I can't.
Oh my god! But with that being
the
said,
legs up in the air,
legs in the air on the couch.
I reached out and I grabbed his chain.
That might have to be the cover right there.
Yeah.
But yo, welcome to the Lyrical Fix Podcast. You got your host here, Kid Pro,
Sade,
and we are at episode number 50, the
fucking
big 50, man.
See, I was thinking about this earlier. I'm like, oh shit, we're finally at 50. Next week is our anniversary, but shouldn't it be 52?
It should be, but I think it's because we had the breaks in between
we
holidays.
Skipped. Well, no, technically I was thinking about it because it would be it would be 50 next week, but Christmas we still put out. We just recorded early, I think.
Okay, so we missed Thanksgiving.
It was just Thanksgiving, so that's why the 1 week.
Did we ever miss any other week besides that?
No.
Because
we didn't record Christmas week technically, but we put out an episode.
Because you left the state, I think. You went to Arizona.
Yeah, Vegas.
You went to Vegas.
But I feel like I don't know. I swore I thought we recorded like an extra.
I think we did.
Because I know I dropped something for Christmas.
Now we gotta go back. Either way, though, we almost.
But regardless, yeah.
I'm gonna consider 52 our actual year. Episode 52. But for now, yeah, we pretty much are at that year point.
The date of the first episode, August 19th.
Oh, and what a year it's been, bestie. Ups and downs, lefts and rights. We've been spun around. Our name's been dragged through the mud.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, we still here, man.
Yeah.
It just goes to show
those
you we're
reviews
resilient.
are still there, but we're still here.
The reviews are still those evil anonymous reviews that come from people which we won't name, which we assume come from, but which if we ever bring up, they'll probably deny. But that's just how life is. They will. Oh,
that was really clever. The names that
it was clever. You know what I always thought about?
Came up with.
If we ever find out and then we confront the person that we think it is, right, and then they say it wasn't me. And they're right, then it really gets you thinking, like, ooh.
No, I mean, it confirmed it when I had that person in my DMs that ruined my high. It confirmed it for me. So I'm like, if you're an IG gangsta and you're willing to, like, DM me about all this bullshit, then there's maybe other people that aren't willing to do that, but will, like, leave negative reviews and shit.
Right, because if we can be transparent for just a quick second, for anybody that's wondering, we did not engage in any type of, like, verbal fisticuffs with anybody. Like, when the changes were made to the show, we just kept it as, business as usual. Yeah. We did our best to just keep the show going as steady as possible, move past all the bullshit that was going on, and I feel like we've been pretty good throughout.
Yeah, I was perfectly okay with
we were fine. We were just like,
I was perfectly okay being with, like, like Joe and the whole, like, Mahdi situation. I was perfectly fine with that.
Right. Yeah,
just,
it was
like,
it was
moving
fine.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're moving on. Everybody's cool, no problem. And then we were getting those little things happening to us.
Major backlash. I mean, I figured she's a child, but it was major backlash. Whatever are you gonna do?
Hey, look, it is what it is. At the same time, we're not wishing no ill will towards anybody. We see what the hell was done. We were gonna take the higher road and just roll with the punches, and we've been doing so. We've been having guests. We've been fucking traveling to places. We've met a bunch of new people. We've
traveled to places. Where the fuck did we travel to?
The neighborhoods.
We did. That's right.
We went to different places. Yeah, we had different guests.
That was really fun.
We did great fucking shit. Well, I think it's been a great fucking year, regardless of, like, the downs that we had. And I think
you're giving the speech like a week early.
Fair enough. I'm just saying it. I'm just happy. I'm happy that we're at this point.
Lows.
The
pros and the cons.
50 is still great. The pros and the cons. That might be a segment. I was gonna come up with that segment.
No, you should.
I'm gonna have a segment soon called the pros and cons.
Oh, maybe because we've been trying to figure out your rant. Maybe that'll be a good
and
rant.
call it the pros and cons. Yeah,
the pros and cons.
I did. Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
I consulted with a few people. I think they like it, and I think I'm gonna go with that. The pros and cons. It sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Because we could not figure out what we're gonna name like your rant session.
Yeah, I didn't want to just call it pros rant. It seemed like you know.
Because if we have like we came up with like if you don't know. Well, you came up with if you don't know. So I feel like we should have something like clever.
And then we don't have a name for this segment. Just our check-in.
It's a check-in.
It's a quick check-in. Also, let me get it started. Or should
yeah.
I go through the regulars? All right. So, Lyrical Fix Podcast. Find us at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. You can check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to catch the full episodes on YouTube as well as the clips and our If You Don't Know segments where we introduce you to the newest up-and-coming talent inside and outside of New Jersey that we feel you should be in tune with. And, you know, hopefully with all 50 weeks of these picks, or hasn't been 50 weeks. We started that a little bit afterwards. But still, we've brought you artist after artist after artist.
Yeah, we were doing lyrical breakdown ourselves.
Yeah, at the beginning. But, man, it's just been great, all the new music that we've encountered and heard.
If you don't know, when the fuck did we start that?
We might have to go back. I really don't know when we started.
Because I know I was talking about it for the longest because I'm like, I want to have, you know, the S word. But we couldn't call it that.
Couldn't call it the S word.
We needed to find a name, and then you were like, oh, if you don't know.
If you don't know.
Now you know it works.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Very simple. And it was hip hop as fuck. It's a Biggie line. It worked. So I like it. It works better than the S word in some ways.
Yeah.
Other than that, my week today, actually we're recording this on a Thursday. This morning, I did a video shoot, a very, very interesting video shoot with my boy Derek Tavernier, all of our boy, Virgin Island representing.
Shout out to Derek.
So what he did that was so crazy was he planned to have 4 videos in one day. Not only did he do 4 videos in one day, he did these 4 videos with and I gotta shout out homie like the director, amazing fucking director. His name is Ritwick. On IG, it's at HRITWIK. This dude is incredible. We met in Clifton. Dude had an Airbnb. Some old Polish lady just had the fucking house. I went in there, met the dude, great fucking peoples, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna film it here in the living room." I'm like, "All right, we're gonna film the video in this old white lady's room. Cool." So I'm like, "All right, so Derek, what's up?" And the funny thing was, we're in a group chat. Like a couple days before, me, Saint, that rapper Mix, shout out to Mix, Derek, and another rapper that I just met, D Bridges, and Derek's pretty much giving us the play-by-play. He's like, "Yo, I want Pro at 9, D at 9:30, Mix at 10, Saint at 10:30," and I'm like, "All right, cool, bet. I just need the address and what you want me to wear because I don't know how you want to go this video." All he told me was, "Pro, be comfy. It's a song about struggle and making it out. Dress comfy." So I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm going to be comfy. But in my head, I'm like, I already asked you 2 questions. I didn't want to be that nigga that just asked mad questions. And I'm like, what's comfy, Derek? Because he's like, just dress comfy. So nigga, I came like this. I came in this outfit. Ball shorts, regular T-shirt, my hat. I was going to wear the curls, but I was like, no, fuck that. And we fucking did a fucking video in this old white lady's crib in the living room. And there was one point he's like, all right, let's sit on the couch and do the video. I'm like, all right, can we take off the picture of the white lady with her grandchildren? Just take that off. I don't want a song about struggling. Yeah, I don't want a song about struggling and make it out. And we got Nana behind us making fucking arepas for the children. Some Polish shit.
She was white. She was
white. And then on one corner of the room, she had fucking dolls, like the Annabelle looking joints. And I told Derek, yo, bro, I can't. Can we not
Those are
film
so
around
creepy.
here? It was so cool but weird at the same time. But so professional. Got the video done in like 15 minutes. Lighting was dope. Then the next dude came. I had to bounce. And it was just great. So he told me to be comfy. He told Mix to like dress flashy. And he told Saint business attire. So I was like, all right, so I'll come comfy and broke. Everybody else is gonna look. I was like, all right, nigga, you don't want to say
worn like jeans, like your regular attire.
He wore jeans and a T-shirt. I was like, oh, comfy. All right, because I know what he meant. I'm like, you want me to come in a Snuggie?
Maybe he meant casual.
He should have said casual, but comfy. So much love to Derek, man. It was a great fucking time just catching up with him. And September 26th, he's having a farewell show. He's going back to the Virgin Islands, going back to meet up with his kids, handle family business out there. Definitely can't hate on that. But before that, he wants to have a farewell show. So September 26th is going to be at the Heart Ballroom. It's spelled capital H-E capital A-R-T Ballroom in Newark. So for anyone that wants to come through.
I think I know what you're talking
absolutely,
about.
Yeah, come through September 26th. It's going to be a farewell show for Derek Tavernier. If you've seen Derek perform, this guy is an energy guy.
Energy, yeah.
This guy has so much fucking energy.
So it's going to be inside?
I think it might be inside, but it's also going to be virtual too.
I seen that, yeah.
One mic is going to be hosting it, so I'm sure he's going to have the hookup there for virtual Zoom people that want to see it and people that want to come live and see it.
Yeah.
It's going to have, drinks. It's going to be like an event, a regular event. I'm sure social distancing will be in effect and mask and everything because who knows what's going to be going down.
Especially if it's going to be inside too.
Especially, and we want to be safe.
Yeah.
But just performing the song today, because this is the first time I got to sit with Derek and like do the song and hear like the official version, because he's only sent me a demo version. It sounds great. It sounds like we're going to be able to perform this and really make it work, and I was worried because I thought I was going to have like the wackest song out of the four. I still haven't heard them all, but I think that we got a strong contender and it's going to sound great, so I'm very happy with how it came out. I didn't want to make a competition, but you know me. It's like if we're going to be in a video and I'm first and I'm the broken comfy guy. Because fucking
song sounds good.
Saint made a song called Invest, and it sounds fucking dope, and he's wearing business attire.
I didn't even get, like, the video that Derek put out. It, like, cut right before, like, it didn't include Saint in it, so I was like, damn.
Saint's song was playing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it does sound good.
Yeah, it's Scared Money Don't Make No Money. I'm like, nigga, that's a dope-ass hook already. Y'all got that. And he was in his business attire, so I know he was looking sharp.
Aw,
but then he also mentioned, the funny thing was that Saint mentioned, he said, this was my first ever video. And I was like, holy shit, that's right. You don't have any videos of yourself.
Wait, who? Oh,
Saint.
that
was his first ever music video.
Yeah, it was.
So I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
so then I said, you know what? We're going to change that. I'm going to come to the greenhouse. I'm going to film some shit for you because you need some fucking videos.
He does.
And, I'm already helping another rapper very soon to do some videos. So I'm getting back in my director bag. And we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to make little joints from, my homies.
That'd be good.
You know what I mean?
That would be good.
Yeah.
Man, I want to do that too, but I have something else.
Well, I think you'd be a nice assistant director.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could use the help. I could use the help.
I'll help. Oh wait, no, finish. Go ahead.
No, it was a great fucking time, man. Shout out to Derek Tavernier. Shout out to D Bridges. Shout out to Ritwick, the director.
Yeah.
Shout out to that rapper Mix. Shout out to St. James, SLB, Villa, Esco. You already know, man. It's all love, all time, man. It was a great fucking time. Can't wait to get back up with y'all and just vibe, man.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
Lyrical Fix Films.
Lyrical Fix Films. Look at you. Look at you. I love that. See?
The branding. Let me stop.
You on your shit. You on your shit. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I fucking like to hear.
So.
What's up with you though? That was pretty much my week, by the way. That slow week. That was the highlight of the week, and very happy.
Not slow week for me. Very eventful. Before I get to the bullshit, so let's address the elephant in the room. She want to be all humble and shit. Yo, Sade hits me up and says, "Are you cutting me off?"
Sade hits me and says, "Hey, babe, I got so I made a purchase," and I'm like, "All right, what's up?"
Did I?
No, I'm kind of.
Oh, okay, you're bullshitting.
Go
ahead.
But the way you hit me up, I was like, all right, what's up? He's like, yeah, I splurged a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did my little thing here. So I come in. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the mall and pick it up. I was like, what you picking up? She's like, a bag. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, what kind?
So stupid.
He's like, I got the Louis. I'm like, oh, you got the Vuitton.
The Vuitton.
The Vuitton. Excuse me. Okay, Louis Vuitton done. All right. So I make it up here. I see the nice little, not the bag, but the bag that's in the bag. This is the with the cream color. I don't know what color that is, but
Camel?
it says Louis. Okay, all right. Now
Camel?
you're talking rich. Relax. Ain't nobody ever called a color camel.
Nigga, you can see camel on fucking Fashion Nova as a description. Color, you'll see camel.
Camel. I'm not a Fashion Nova expert, so I wouldn't have known. But the Louis Vuitton Maison Fondé.
You're so stupid.
In 1854 in Paris. You know what I mean? And then she pulls out the bag, and I'm like, ooh la la. She got the joint, the different shades of brown with the interior red and black.
Damn, I forgot what it's called.
She don't even got anything in it. That and the bag is fancy too. The packaging comes with a little fucking.
The box itself is fucking beautiful. I'm definitely keeping that.
The box itself. Then it comes with
and then it's literally it's the shopping bag. It's a box. Then inside the box is a bag that has the purse inside.
Big baller talk.
Yes.
That bag in itself.
I felt so out of place.
I could rework that bag into an apron.
Oh, for
It
sure.
says Louis Vuitton on it. Man, I'll
For
wear that
sure.
shit as a shirt, as a fucking potato sack, and just rock that. Turn it into a tank top or some shit. Show off the arms.
All right. So before, before I get into my week, the day. So I fucking slept in. I went to the bar last night after work and shit. And then I realized, I'm like, because I woke up this morning and I'm checking my email. I'm like, I know, like I'm waiting for the email from Louis Vuitton, like I can pick up my purse. So I'm just waiting, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go back to sleep, thinking I was gonna take an hour nap. I woke up 5 hours later, saw the email. I'm like, fuck. So I'm getting ready. I go to the mall, and it was just for first mall visit in forever, and it just felt so weird.
Can y'all believe this? She waiting for an email from Louis. She has never been more eager to wait and get an email from a nigga in her life until now.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for Louis to hit me up. I'm waiting for the email from Louis.
Bitch, I was watching my email since yesterday.
You were
I bought
refreshing that page.
Oh, I was. I bought it. I was refreshing Gmail. I really was. I bought it Tuesday because I was gonna buy it Monday, but then I saw it would like take the 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I want it to be a day where I'm off, so I can go pick it up. It doesn't have to sit there. Doesn't have to be like,
Doesn't have to sit there.
oh well, Sanchez. No, Sanchez not getting this purse, so it's going by. So I'm like, nah, I need to get it as soon as it's fucking ready for me. But going to the mall, it's completely empty.
Yeah, that's
Weird. But what hasn't changed are the little chinitas that just, you know, like the old people that are always on the couches and shit.
Yeah.
And like the buses that always drop off like all the Korean people.
Yeah.
They're still there.
They're still there. It's a regular thing for them.
They're still there. The couches, there's filled. There's nobody, like there's no like real people shopping like that. But it was weird because my first restaurant job was in that mall. So I remember being like 17, 18, walking around in that mall like during my break, like this is a weird, like I can't afford none of this shit. Like, and this is pretty much 10 years ago when I first saw this purse. Because I used to work across, because it was a Saks Fifth, right?
One of these stories.
Yes, it is one of these stories. And this is the same place I used to see Joe Budden because...
Buckle up, everybody.
Because it's Riverside Square Mall. This is where all the celebrities go, too.
So is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, it's one of those fancy shits.
How far from here?
Huh?
How far from here?
Like 5 minutes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes.
Wait, is that the one like before I get on the highway?
What do you mean? I'm trying to think.
I leave.
Yeah. You pass it when you get off the exit to come in.
Got you. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the. Oh, I got you.
Or like it's right before the exit or some
the
shit.
River's
like
Edge, whatever.
Riverside Square, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's it's like that's the fancy mall, because, and then especially like a lot of celebrities go there. Like it's
big as shit.
I've seen like some of the housewives. I've seen Chris Rock. I've seen like mad celebrities.
Right, so that would be the spot.
Joe
for
Budden was the only one that mattered to me, huh?
Yeah, that would be the spot for celebrities to go to.
Yeah, Chris Rock mattered to me until he was rude as fuck to like a coworker of mine, and I instantly turned around like, all right, no, I don't. You're gonna ruin. Yeah, you're gonna ruin
my expectations of you.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. So, but I remember being like there on my break and walking around, and there's like the Houstons. I'm like looking at them. I'm never gonna eat here ever in my life. No, but I eventually made it there. Juan and I used to go like all the time before COVID. Place is amazing, but like seeing like first time having Avant Pan, because it used to be right next to Houston's. I used to go there. No. That was the only place I would go. Sunglass Hut sometimes, but the Sunglass Hut.
Sunglasses Hut, yeah.
Yeah. But then I would remember walking around Coach, Louis. I would only go to H&M and Old Navy. Yeah, there's an Old Navy there. Well, it used to be, or some shit like that. But just thinking like, damn, like I don't belong in Saks. I don't belong in Louis.
When you told me the price tag for that bag, I'm not gonna say it on here because we don't need to. We don't need to. But it was a pretty penny, and you definitely saved up for it.
No, and mind you, like I wasn't saving up for that, because I mean I wanted it so long ago, but I just figured like it's an old style. I mean, I've seen some people have it still, but I'm like, I'm not really into labels like that. I mean, I fucking shop at Fashion Nova. Like, I'm not like into labels at all, besides like Nike and Adidas.
Okay, so then let me ask you then, as a person who isn't into labels at all myself,
Apple.
I just buy something because I like it, even if I don't agree with the standards or whatever. If it's good, it works for me. Like if I like a T-shirt, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
I could care less. So I'm seeing this purse. I see a lot of women. It's a very high fashion item.
Yeah.
What about the purse itself screams to you, I gotta have this?
It was something about it. I remember seeing
That's
it.
what I want to know. Like, I want to get into
No,
the psyche
like-
of someone that loves these bags. Like, why? What makes you want to get it?
Yeah, it was. Well, I remember when I was younger, like when I think I first seen. I feel like I saw it at Saks, but I probably just saw it when I was walking around and seeing Louis. I remember seeing it in the window and thinking like, oh, something about it I really liked.
It just
The style or whatever. I don't know. I really fucking loved
Yeah.
it. And then at the time, like my sister's friend, she had one, but she had like the bigger one, and I'm like, oh fuck, you bitch. But she was one of those. My sister's friend was one of those that she busted her ass. She always saved this and that, like since even before high school. Like her parents had owned a business, so she was very like was raised thinking like, okay, money, like not to be cheap, but take care of yourself, but also save.
Absolutely.
And she worked her ass off. You know, she's like immigrant parents, so she was so like whenever she did take care of herself, it was like her car and then the purse, shit like that.
okay.
So that's why I didn't really save up for it, but then Juan's cousin had it and then I seen it, I'm like, oh,
I brought back that feeling.
yeah, I was just like, oh, it's like the one besides a camera and a laptop or like a MacBook or whatever. That's the one thing that I wanted that was expensive. So I'm like, you know what? I have the money now.
It's crazy you mentioned that. That is the next big purchase besides a PS5, but that I'd like to make for myself would be a camera, a DSLR camera.
Yeah.
Because I just want to step up like the video shit. But I know that that's just the camera. You also have to get the lenses. You also got to get extra batteries. You got to get lights and shit. So the whole set, like, that's my next thing. Like, I'll be saving up for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that and just either, so this way I have my camera to shoot any type of video I want. I can hire a director or whatever, and I can at least do the editing myself. So I think that's my next big purchase that I'm looking to make. But I think that's dope. I think everybody has a reason. You had a very good reason.
Because before
That's
even
great.
like the purse hasn't even been on my mind in so long. Like unless I seen it somewhere and I'm like,
So if you
I
hadn't
wanted
seen
that
it-
shit since I was like 17,
So if you
18.
hadn't seen it before with your friend having it, then it wouldn't have even crossed your mind.
No, probably not until like another random time that I would have seen it. But it was because I saw his cousin have it, and at that moment I'm thinking like I was just talking about it with Juan, like damn, I'm actually saving up a lot of money. Like I finished paying off blah 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 whatever, and I have like this much saved here, this much saved here, and all I was really thinking was house.
Yeah.
And that's all I was like, all the money I'm saving, I'm just thinking house. That's it. And then I'm like, remember I told you about it. I was like, damn, I really want a laptop. I really need a new camera.
You want to splurge a little.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to save. And then I seen the purse. I'm like, fucking
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't judging. I mean,
it's the same price as
It's a
laptop.
great looking bag. I ain't going to fucking lie. And I've never been one to even judge people's bags.
It looks a little fucked up there because it's been in the box. But once I actually put stuff in it,
No, when you
anywhere,
put
it's
shit in
gonna
it,
be fine.
yeah, come on.
It's
Right now
gonna-
it looks flat because it's empty.
Yeah.
It looks like it got a frumpy face.
Yeah, it does. It's depressing me. I got to fill it
Nah,
up.
put some shit in there. Put some shit in that bag. You be all right?
Where are my lava pods? Let me
There
stop.
you go. Put the lava pods in there.
So I know it's real.
Throw some shit. Yeah. I mean, I imagine it's going to be full of, because that's the thing.
It's going to be
No matter
notebooks and
how
laptop.
nice the bag is on the outside, all you women put everything in your fucking bags, and it's a bitch to find. I imagine.
Oh no, I have a, what was it, before when I was younger, like when it was actually the same time I seen that purse. I ended up going, I was on my way to H&M, so at work whenever like one person went on a break, they're like, yo, H&M has a sale, I just peeped, whatever. I'm like, bet. So on my break, I'm on my way to H&M and I seen it and I'm like, oh. I was like, okay. I was like, damn, I can't do it. That's way too much money. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I got this bullshit car. I'm trying to save up for a better car, like things like that. So I went to H&M, got like a $50 purse. Compared to that, that's nothing.
Yeah.
And I think I still have that purse still. It's in my closet. Yeah, it's all beat up and shit. But that purse in the beginning, because it was $50 and I was 18, I had things in plastic baggies. Probably going to do the same thing. Like all my pens and pencils, everything was in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag, just so it didn't ruin the inside. I'm probably going to do the same.
Very nerdy, but also very.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I mean it is, but also very, intuitive.
Well, I was still in high school, but
I know,
yeah.
I feel you. Pocket protector ass nigga.
A little bit, yeah.
That's what's up, though. All right, but that's the big news from the week. I like that.
Yeah, and then, yeah, pretty much just that. I was supposed to be helping a friend out who is getting into designing.
Yeah.
And well, not like designing, but what is it called? Like clothing design. Like I'm trying to think. The fucking word escaped me.
What, clothing design? I don't think there's anything else. What,
No.
fashion designer?
The fashion designer.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
there you
fashion.
go.
All right.
Fashion designer. But in a way, and also try to like maybe be that person on like video shoots and things like that, where she's dressing the models, or she's like setting up like, okay, this is what you're gonna wear for the shoot. I mean, for like the video shoot and shit like that. And so
Fashion consultant?
maybe I'm trying to think. Stylist. Duh.
Oh,
there you go.
Stylist.
Stylist. I couldn't think of the word. So I was telling, she was like coming to me with advice. I'm like, I'm in music. I don't know shit about fashion, so I have no idea. We used to work together. And then the next day I saw her. I'm like, you know what? I actually been thinking about it. Fashion, music. I mean, they are different, but it's not totally different. I'm like, I might be able to help you. As far as I know, since you don't have anything to show off your stylist skills, then you should kind of maybe do like a photo shoot and this and that. She's like, all right, that's a good idea. I'll think about it. And then she had hit me up for me to model, but I thought she was asking me to be the photographer. So then when we realized like, oh, miscommunication, whatever, I'm like, well, no, I have a friend. I used to work with her. She's very model-esque, like she has it down. Like, she used to come to the shows, but I don't think I introduced you. And I told her, I'm like, no, like you guys will meet, this and that, talk to her. So I got them to meet and everything, and it worked out. So we were supposed to do that. I was supposed to do the photo shoot, and then COVID happened. It was literally the same month.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was the same month. I remember I was setting up the March show, doing all the music, and I'm like, and I was there while them two were meeting, but they just wanted me to be there, and I was just like, all right, I'm setting up for the next check it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that was the same week they had met, or like within the 2 weeks. So I had hit the model friend. She had posted some pictures of like her modeling, her like, I guess her boyfriend taking pictures and shit. And I'm like, damn, I wish we got to do that photo shoot. Then I hit up the stylist. She's like, oh, honestly, I thought you forgot, and I know you're busy. I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like it's fun for me. Yeah. And I'm not a professional photographer, but I take some fucking.
You dabble?
I take some good shots. Yeah. So I told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna charge you.
Had me looking somewhat fat during the protest, but other than that, it was.
That was a candid one.
Yeah,
that
candid,
was not.
Yeah, it looked fat when you're candid.
No, so that wasn't the original. That wasn't the first one.
Oh, because you edited it to make me look less fat?
No, okay. That not original. That wasn't the first one. So I'm just taking candids, and then I saw you in it, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And I took another one. I was like, shit, let me try it. So I zoomed in and everything. I was like, click. So that one I did on purpose, but click. The second one I did on purpose. The first one wasn't.
All right, nigga. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I got two things about my week.
Happened?
I'll go real quick. So first, I want to shout out to podcast friends of ours, the Francois podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, so for K-Proetic and Olive.
Yeah, I realized we missed it last week. We didn't get to talk about it.
Yes. I want to shout them out and give them a happy 30th birthday to the twins.
Happy birthday.
Happy dirty 30. Both of their wives, great, beautiful women, set up a beautiful surprise party for them. So what they did was they sent a bunch of us a secret flyer.
Yeah, I didn't get to participate. I got busy at work.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It was fucking amazing, though. So they sent me and a couple other artists a virtual invite. So first we had to send over a birthday video. Yeah. Shout out. And then they asked each of us to do a live performance for them. Like, just going to be a showcase. They were going to be sitting down in the room, socially distanced, and they were viewing from the computer, and they set it up like it was a BET award show. Oh, it was fucking so amazing, cute. Man. They sounded just like MC Light at the beginning. It's the 2020 like 30th birthday celebration for K-Proetic and Olive, starring Keith Chandler, Kid Pro, P. Dot. And it was fucking amazing. I was like, yo, this is great. Like, they went all out for this shit.
So
it was
fucking
amazing.
Cute.
So they had little music breaks. They had little talking heads. It was both of them. They were talking to each other. Let's get the show started. They had like some DJ footage cutting up, and then it would go into K-Proetic doing a poetry verse, Olive doing a poetry verse. Then it'd go into a performance. And that's why I did my Can't Stop the Rain live performance. I sent it to them. And, and then seeing them there in the Zoom and seeing them react to it, seeing everybody else watch it, because there was like 15 people, family, friends, and all that stuff in there. It was really fucking cool. I hadn't seen that happen. I've seen only drive-by birthdays. Like, these women went all out for their mans. And, like, that is an incredible gift. I would have never thought of that. They killed it. Shout out to Moses the Raven who made the artwork for that fucking flyer. It looked like a straight up like let's
really
go to
dope.
New York
It
club.
was
Yeah,
good.
that shit
Yeah.
was amazing, man. Shout out to them. Great fucking time.
Yeah,
Shout
when
out to
she
all the
sent
artists.
it to me, because I already felt bad that we were supposed to do it. We were supposed to do the
do it
video
together. We didn't get to. You
I
were busy,
fucked up,
so I
yeah.
sent one out.
And then when we were gonna do it like through Zoom, like just record it, I had horrible service.
What I was gonna do is gonna be fucked up though. I was gonna I had no picture of you except the shook picture. I was gonna send my video and then put you in the top corner like, hey, from Sade also. But then it's just your face.
That would have been really bad.
Imagine me sending the video and just you the whole time in the corner. Now I gotta make a clip of that and put that picture in there just to see what it would look like.
You should.
I was like, yeah, Sade. As you can see, Sade sends her love. So that was cool. Shout out to everybody there. Shout out to K Product. Shout out to Olive. And then also, man, this week, I didn't want to mention it before, but I had a stressful fucking week. So for some reason, and I think I know why.
What?
I have an AC in my living room. The AC is set up. It's like one of those window joints like this. There's little holes. It's in the AC.
Because you have to tape it down.
I did not tape it down.
Yeah, the one in my bedroom is not like this. I have to tape it, yeah.
Monday morning, I wake up. Flies.
Ugh.
All on the windows.
Ew.
Flies flying around my house, living room. Flies on the other windows. I killed about, with a towel, 50 flies on the floor. I got a massacre. I got a graveyard of flies. I had to keep my kids in one section. This is ridiculous.
That's bad.
I had to go to the store I got a bug zapper, the little big ass electric joints.
Thingies?
I got the little ribbon traps. I got ribbon traps all over my goddamn living room. And flies stuck on them. I got the bug zapper with the batteries, so I hit that button. I'm swinging. I threw out my fucking shoulder at one point because I'm like, I'm like a fucking tennis player. I'm just going in.
That happened to me one time too. It happened twice, and it happened when we first moved. So like we moved into this new crib, and it happened within like I forgot like the first month, and then the second time we moved, it happened again. We thought it was like some bad omen shit.
That's what I thought.
And now that you say the AC, it might.
But no, it was the AC. And then I made sure I taped it. I got some fucking tape. I taped it up. I'm like, yo, this has to be it. There's no other reason why. This is the only way that these guys are seeing the outside.
That's crazy though.
And it got worse. And then until the next day waiting for those supplies to come, got 60 more. And then the day after, had to kill 60 more. And I'm just sweeping them up everywhere. They're everywhere. Disgusting. It's disgusting. But I'm just they're on the floor.
You have some pretty disgusting
And
shit
at one
happening.
point, I could smell these burnt motherfuckers. I'm just smelling burnt fly, and it's just all throughout my kitchen. They're hanging in the windows. All of them just going like this.
I wish you were recording this. Damn,
you know when the fucking flies rub their hands together like Birdman? Just
you can hear it in the mic.
So imagine hearing 5 of them shits at the same time. Eyeing my food and shit.
Wait, let's do it together. Hold on, ready? That's what you're hearing.
You gotta make that evil face too, because I imagine doing that bug-eyed motherfuckers.
Plotting and shit.
Bug-eyed pieces of shit.
Oh,
stand them
fuck,
niggas.
that's funny.
So,
I'm crying.
But after taping it together, I only
fuck.
killed 2 today, and that's all I saw.
Yeah.
So I think problem solved.
It might have been that, yeah.
I thought it was a bad omen because I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, but that was the weird thing because when we lived in like the first place that we had like the fly attack, we were only there for a few months, but it was in the beginning, and we're just like, what the fuck is this? Then the second time when we like moved after that, it happened, and we're like, yo, this is scary. Like, there's some bad omen shit. Yeah. And they were everywhere. And we're like, is there something dead? Like, it was...
I'm looking around for... I thought maybe the kids had dropped some food behind a couch
or something.
I
thought... Because we had, like... Our ceiling was, like, super fucking weird. I'm like, yo, what if there's something in there that's dead? And there's where the bugs are coming.
I thought maybe it was a dead animal in the attic.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Because we had just moved, like, I think... The second time, I think it was right after we just moved into the new place.
And nigga, I ain't even trying to go into the attic. It's 100 fucking 10 degrees if I go in the attic.
No.
I
never actually went. I don't think I've actually went upstairs in our old place. Like the one, my last place I used to live in Hackensack, where it was like down the block from where Saint used to live. It was a 2-family house. But I never really, like, we were on the second floor, but I never went, like, to the attic or anything.
That room was Voldemort. You just did not go in that bitch. Name or nothing.
I'm telling you, that's a clever ass name you
It
came
is.
up with
Well,
earlier.
yeah,
That was
I
like perfect.
Yeah. Shout out to Zain. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was really good. I can't wait for tomorrow now.
Yeah. No, shut up. Stop it. Oh my God.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
so is that it for your week?
That is for me. I
Alright.
forgot to mention that. I should have mentioned that before.
No,
But
you're
yeah, that
fine.
was it. Like, I fucking threw my shoulder out. I'm like fucking Andre Agassi
Lord.
the past 3 days. Just fucking serving. I'm throwing backhands, underhands. My kid's looking at me. The baby's looking at me. I'm just constantly smacking the wall. He's like,
What's going on?
what's going on? Why are you, Daddy? Yeah, my oldest is like, yeah, go, Dad. Yeah.
Get him,
Yeah,
get
get
him.
him, Dad.
Oh no, we were fucking like spraying air. It was like hairspray. That's what our place smelled like because it was just.
Spray,
We had
the
Raid and
spray.
hairspray. Cause I don't fuck around. If I see a bug, I'm spraying whatever's closest.
never
Usually
saw those
Windex or
traps.
hairspray. I'm spraying.
I was laughing. I'm like, why we got these fucking traps here? And then I wake up the next morning. Yeah, these fucking flies are idiots. Them niggas is really stuck on there.
No, they work.
And they're
Those-
stuck. I'm not helping them, and I just see them stuck still doing this.
No, they still. No, it's funny. Because we used to. One place I fucking lived everywhere. One place I lived, we had them, and I forgot who it was. One of my siblings yelled at it or cursed it out. I think it was one of my the oldest brother, cursed it out, and you see it start swinging, and they like buzz loud, like in unison.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck you," and then bzz, and then like the thing will like start swinging.
Yeah.
Like if you get close to it, or if you like, he was yelling at it, like fucking with the flies, and it like just. They all moved. I'm like,
Yeah.
how the fuck are they still alive?
I don't even know about y'all, but like seeing 10 flies die at once, it's pretty loud.
Okay, we gotta change this topic. I'm getting
Sorry,
grossed out.
I know,
Alright,
but
guys.
it's crazy.
Ugh, God,
I
I'm
can't
thinking
stand them
about
niggas.
it.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm so done with it.
Ugh.
Just insects everywhere.
All right, now we're moving on.
All right,
We're moving on
fine,
because I
fine,
can't. I don't like
fine.
bugs.
Bugs.
So anyway, my week. So the rest
Spiders.
of my fucking week.
Centipedes,
Actually, centipedes are not.
millipedes.
Which one? Whatever. I'm gonna.
The one with the big ass antennas that just,
Are those the ones that have like the wait? Centipedes are the big ones, right?
I think.
So
Millipedes are the ones that look
they
like,
kind of look like hairy, or no?
Yeah, like long ass antennas, and they just look like they're shimmying their shoulders every time.
Yeah, there was one at my bar yesterday, which was funny. Because I have my bars outside.
Why'd I think like someone came to the bar dressed like that?
No.
It was one of my bar yesterday.
No, because like this woman, like this woman was leaving, like
Yeah.
her and like her friends were leaving, and I see her like look over to the bar but look down, and like she made a reaction, and I'm behind it, and I'm like, what is she looking at? So I looked over, I was like, I don't see anything. So I go to another table, then I walk back to the bar, and a regular comes up. He's like, and then it's the chair that he usually sits at, and he's like, oh, look, the little friend. He's like, what is this? And I was like, what the fuck? And he blew it. He didn't kill it. He just like blew it onto the floor. But yeah, like I had one. Whatever. Anyway,
Before leaving here,
what?
huge spider web outside my house. Huge.
Yeah, you
I gotta
seen
take
my
that bitch
door.
down. What?
You see how I react when I leave. I be like judo chopping as soon as I leave my door.
This one I saw, like, this was a very impressively made. This took days for this nigga to make that shit, and I'm gonna feel bad when I gotta take it down, but I gotta take that shit down.
Oh Lord.
No. I mean, I respect spiders and what they do for the ecosystem.
I don't like them anywhere.
But
near
you're
me.
not going graffiti my house,
No.
my nigga. Not with your webs.
Technically.
No, get your Peter Parker shit out my
that's
goddamn
illegal.
place.
You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Private property, buddy. Private property, Pete. Get your fucking ass and move out of here, okay? Not on my watch.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Nigga using my garbage can outside to prop his shit up. No.
Nah, but you see me like when we go outside to smoke, or like just when you're leaving,
nigga.
how though I judo chop everything. I'm like swinging and missing and shit.
That's another thing I bought. I bought the fucking light bulb.
The zzz,
Zit,
what-
the
yeah.
zit, yeah, the zit. I think that's what it's called too. Zit.
Probably.
Probably called zit.
I always think of Waterboy.
That's what I was thinking of too. Yeah. I'll be under that shit playing the banjo while these motherfuckers getting zapped, wearing overalls and
You
shit.
should like if you're inside and you hear it go off. Oh, there's dinner.
It's called a gator. Mama, we're eating tonight.
Squirrels and shit like they had.
Oh, that's a sauteed squirrel right there, Mama. We good.
That movie is priceless.
I know.
Shit, I didn't even fucking. Oh, so I've come like this week. I've come to the realization that I cannot have female friends. We kind of yeah.
Now? Is this part of the check-in, or did you want to say
Yeah,
this?
no, we could. It could be part of the check-in.
Do you want to make it part of the check-in?
Yeah, that's fine.
How far are we in, by the way?
40, because you kept going on about your fucking week. No, you're good. It's
That
fine.
was indirectly, or you're making fun of me there. That's an insult, but I'll take it.
Do you say directly or indirectly?
Indirect insult.
It's not really indirectly.
You're right. You were direct. You directed at me. You're looking at me as you say it.
No, it's nothing crazy, but I don't know if it's me, if I'm attracting, or if it's me thinking like I have a lot of guy friends who have always been like reliable and consistent in my life, and I can't. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a coincidence, because it's not. It's two. I lost 2 girlfriends, right? In the past.
Year.
Within a year. Yeah. There was one before that, but she did some shady shit. She ended up, like, me and her were really close. She had
so that's a different story.
It's a different story. Her like, I was there when her boyfriend died. Like, we were really close. She went on, like, we started working together, and then we went our separate ways. We were still friends though. We would still chill. She came by to check in and everything, and she just lived in South Jersey. And then she ended up working at the same place where my brother worked. And then she did some shady shit to him. And when I addressed her about it, she didn't really give me anything. So I was like, okay. Yeah. And then I just cut her off then. I'm like, all right, no.
All right, now.
But then these two, you already know about, about both of them.
I know about both of them. Now, to answer your question, though, I think I answered this before when we talked about it off air. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's you. I don't think it's like a situation like relationships where you just keep picking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I think that you meant well with both of these girls, and at some point or another, shit just went left.
Yeah.
Obviously, they never wanted to have shit go left, obviously.
That's debatable.
Okay.
Maybe
all
the
right.
second one.
I'm trying to be, devil's advocate in a way.
The first one just, I guess more.
That one is what it is. I feel that just went.
No, but I'm saying
crazy.
like if you compare the two, the first one, I mean, they're both, I guess, selfish. No, I wouldn't say the second one was like really selfish. The second one's going through her shit, but I would say the first one was more selfish, and that's why I understand why she doesn't have that many close friends, or like that many close friends that lasted that long. Because even the ones that are close to her, quote close to her, she's talked shit about them to me. Like the one that we always see, the one that gave me attitude at my show, but then the next time I seen her at another show, she was cool with me.
Got you. Okay.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's like little things where I'm like, I don't talk shit about like my friends, so I just always thought that was weird.
Right.
But then that should have been a red flag for me, but I didn't think anything of it. And then down the line, I was like, oh, okay, I see what it is. And then the second one doesn't. She likes to, when she makes mistakes, she likes to go on like it never happened.
Okay.
Where I think that's what did it for me. It's like, you can't acknowledge what you did. Like, you can say it out loud, like acknowledge. I think when you say, yes, I did this, versus really acknowledging it, there's a big difference.
Yeah, I also think.
Does it make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense.
Because I'm like, I don't know how to phrase it.
With guy friends, you won't be put into those positions that you would have been put into with the female friends.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of your guy friends, obviously, they're platonic relationships like you and me. Mm-hmm. So there's not that worry of any extra shit going on. So it's just like, a guy's not gonna fuck with you or play you in a sense where a female would. You know what I mean? So it's very cut and dry with a guy. Mm-hmm. Like with me, you know what it is. Yeah. Like if we have an issue, I expect you to bring it up to me, vice versa, and then we'll work it out there. But it'll never be an issue like the one that you've had with the females, I think. With guys, it's different thing because we don't think about stuff the way females do.
Like
that's why it's so much easier
like
for
say
you.
For the first one, when I had spoke to her about about the whole issue that started everything, right. Which it was also on me because I didn't speak up when she was constantly disrespecting me. Like I would every now and then, and be like, yo, you're acting like a diva. You need to chill back. I'm doing this for free. Like things like that. Yeah. She would just quickly apologize and then keep it moving. But we never fully talked about it. But when I talked to her about the main issue, she got loud with me. Right. And I'm like, I'm coming to you super calm right now. If you want me to raise my voice, I'll raise my voice. Okay. So things like that where I know with like you or my friend Chris and, like my guy friends, if there's an issue, we talk about it.
We talk it out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because with guys, it's like, it's very simple. Like, okay, there's an issue, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. Obviously a lot of guy friends, I have guy friends myself, like non-rap and rap, where it's just like, if we get into an awkward moment, we just won't talk. for weeks at a time, and then somehow we'll just randomly talk online, and then everything's okay. But for those weird weeks, I'm going through that right now with somebody. Like, it's just weird for no fucking reason at all.
Yeah.
And it's like we're checking out each other's stories. There's definitely no beef. I'm not saying anything to him. I don't think he's saying anything to me. But for some reason, we both feel that there's some weird energy between us. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to see you at some point. And we're just going to have to fucking talk it out and see. I'm going to have to check your energy at that point and see what's up.
Yeah, because I know, like, most of my friends, I mean, I really only have one, like, girlfriend, I guess, where we've known each other for years. We started working together. We've been through a lot, and like shit, we started out not liking each other at all. Right. And then she went like super ghost. She went through a lot of shit, and she just stayed to herself. And then she had like, once we started talking again, she apologized. She's like, I know, like, you've always been there. I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. Then we got good again. But I'm even like with my family, I'm not the type to always reach out and talk, and I know that's something I need to work on. Yeah. So I like one of my friends, I just found out he has a girlfriend. And he's been hitting me up, but I've always been like, he hit me up and I'm at work, or he hits me up and it's like we're recording the podcast. So I'm always busy, and I like feel like shit for it. But now I have to like fuck, like now I have to make time for you. And then my friend, the one we went to the bar, well, you didn't make it, but the one I went to the bar on my birthday, where the first girl threw up in my car. Yeah. She, I was talking to her the other day, and like everything's fine with us, and like she'll comment on something like Facebook and stuff. Yeah. Everything's fine between us, but we don't always talk like that, which is fine to me. That makes sense. Like, I'm okay with, we don't have to talk every day.
Oh, I agree. That is a big thing for me.
I think that's an adult thing.
As an adult, if we're friends, you have to also understand that we're not going to talk every day, and that's okay. The energy between us is still the same as when we last had our conversation. So just the fact that we haven't spoken in quite some time doesn't mean that I no longer like you or have an issue with you.
No, yeah, the first one would be like, are we good? Like, and this is like before I even like managed her. She's like, are we good? I'm like, yeah. She's like, no, like I didn't talk to you yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I was off. I was
like, it's just like,
yeah, I didn't think anything of it. Yeah,
I don't have to check on you to remind you that we're good. Like, we're just good. I have no reason to talk bad about you. You've been great. Like, whatever shit's in your head, like, get it out of there. Like, there's no beef. There's absolutely no beef. We're fine. Like, I think people need to understand that, because I got plenty of friends that I won't see for months, but when I see them, it's all hugs, it's all love. We're back to normal, and we pick up from where we left off. Yeah, that is the definition of an adult friendship. To me, I'm fine. I'm great with that. Like, I love those friends that, like, I have a couple that moved to Miami, and then we see each other, we're catching up, things like that. We don't always talk like every day, or even months we'll go without talking, but it's still love between us. It's nothing bad at all. Motherfuckers got lives.
Yeah, like, it's just, I don't, and that's the thing, like, even the one in Miami, it's like iffy, but losing the two, it didn't, like, not the fact that I lost them as friends, like, whatever, but back to back, and then being females, it's like, damn, like, I'm really trying to make an effort to like, okay, let me get different types of friends that offer differently, and, you know, this and that, or, you know, I can learn from them, they can learn from me, like, things like this. You want friends like that. I'm just like, well, damn, is this something that I'm doing? Am I missing those red flags? Like, as friendships, we were talking about red flags the other day, about relationships, but it's like, I don't know.
No, I mean, it's just, I think you have a good heart. I think that you don't intentionally see that right away.
Yeah, and I know I can be like a little abrasive.
And sometimes you try to, even if you do see a red flag, you try to work with them through it, which I think is very admirable. Like, you see someone has an issue, and
but I've always feel like that's like a detriment. Like, that's to my detriment.
Because you feel like you want to be helpful to people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a red flag that you have yourself that you got to work on. That maybe the next friend should be someone that has her shit together, that you can see right away. Like, okay, I like you, we can get along.
True.
Type of shit. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little on you, maybe it's a little on them.
Because, my guy friends, for the most part, have their shit together, I guess. Fair but enough, it is, I'm thinking about it now, it is kind of a cycle. Like, I mean, the one friend who, like, did some shady shit to my brother, it wasn't really me taking, like, we were, like, just mutually friends. Like, we supported each other. She supported me, like, doing all this music shit that I've been doing. And then that was, like, 2-3 years ago. Yeah. Like, okay, you're gonna start doing this, that's fucking amazing, things like that. Like, it was really cool to have somebody like that, but then it was, I don't know, that was just weird. But and she also matched my level of just abrasive shit, like just that blunt harshness.
Yeah.
Where me and her worked out like effortlessly. With the last two, I felt like I came across to them like, ooh, ouch, kind of thing.
I think sometimes you demand a lot from your female friends, but I think that's normal to have because you're an adult. You should be able to be like, yo, I want this, this, and this. If you're not giving this, I have all the right in the world to leave and leave you alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
shout out to Maria because you're still around. You good?
Yeah. Hey, man, look, I mean, but
besides that, it's like I don't know. Yeah.
But you have to also keep the you have to keep open the fact that shit could get worked out in the future. It is a possibility. There's always that possibility.
I guess.
Because we don't want to be completely cold to everybody. Like, there's always a chance to reconcile.
That's something I have to work on.
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too, definitely. Because I feel like sometimes we've been like, once your name's dragged through the dirt, once we're talk shit about.
Concerning the first one, yeah.
But even
I don't see that happening.
But with anybody, not just the first one,
Okay,
but
yeah.
anybody in general, like, it takes a while to get to that point, especially if the person has done so much bad when there was an off period. It takes
Yeah.
a while to, like, build that back up.
I'm not good with that. I'm not good with seeing past, like, no, this is what you did. I'm not good because I know that I've talked, like, you did all that. Yeah, I'm talking shit, bitch. I'm not talking shit to the world like you are, but yeah, I'm talking shit. And then the recent one, she's talking shit to regulars at the bar who happen to like me more. And then they're telling me this. And it's like, oh, okay. All right. And then everybody's seeing her differently, and the people that like she's been around for years are telling me to my face like oh, okay, like, oh, she's coming back, like things like that. And it's just, I don't know, and I don't know if she thinks like we're still friends, but I've made it clear like, no, this is just work, like I want nothing.
If it keeps happening, like I said before, you might have to just have that face-to-face conversation and just break it down.
Yeah.
And just be.
It's just too much. I'm not good with the shady shit and the lying.
I think,
and she knew that. That's the shit.
But I think that's, and when it comes to that, but then they don't feel that, okay, we're close enough that you won't do that to me.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. And then you have to be like, no, this goes for everybody.
Man, listen, I've cut off family members, so there ain't never too close enough.
Me, I have a big heart, so for me to not be able to forgive somebody, like, you had to really have pushed me to the edge and, like, disrespected me and my friends, in this case you, to the point where it's like, all right, nah, there's no coming back from this. Maybe there is, because like I said, I got a big heart, but
I think with because that's what I did with the first one.
Yeah.
I let it slide for months and nobody knew what I was dealing with.
Right.
Nobody knew. The second one, I think it hit me. I'm not hit me, but I think I'm treating it the same way. Like, okay, no, like, there's no longer a friendship here. I think I'm doing that because she was around for the first one. She knows exactly how I feel, and I've said it. I don't take lying, and I don't do this. I don't tolerate it. I'm an adult. I don't like that. And I think I'm cutting it off before it gets worse.
Yeah, I think
because I see it. It's like, how do you know? How you experience this with me?
Yeah.
And yet you're still.
And this one, you took a more adult approach, which I commend you for, because you could have been a lot more meaner about the whole thing. You really could have gone like you could have turned up the 10 on this, and you didn't.
With the second one, I was biting my tongue.
Right, and I think that, and that's what I commend you for, because that's part of being an adult, because you don't have to go through all that extra shit, that high school shit. Just be like, you know what, this is not working for me. We're done here.
Yeah.
And that's completely cool, because I'm sure you've been that way to other people where they felt the need to cut you off, and I've had that with me where people have cut me off just because I haven't been what they were wanting, and that's cool, because you're not everybody's gonna like you. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and that's just something you learn as you become an adult.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. It's just, I always wondered if, especially it happening back to back in the second one, knowing not only what I dealt with the first one, within the year, but also knowing what I've dealt with growing up and her following the same footsteps. Yeah. And it's like, you're doing exactly what I've already shared with you, and the fact that I grew up having to take care of adults, and then that's really so you're going to follow the same shit. And I even said it to her. I'm like, I grew up with the name Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, because I cooked and cleaned after everybody. Yeah, like I was literally like, be like, oh, Jeffrey, get the door.
You were the butler.
Jeffrey, we're hungry, make pancakes, like things like that. and everybody not being sober around me. So for you to follow that and knowing what I went through, and then knowing what I went through with the first one, it's kind of like, no, I don't want to go down this road again.
Yeah. No,
So
you have all the right in the world to act however you want to act. I feel like you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Or at least more the right way this time. You're being more grown up about it.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk to you about it because I didn't know if this. I didn't want to talk to the other people that are involved because they're involved.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, and you know me more. I didn't know if, like, am I doing the right thing? Like, I get it. Maybe I'm leaving her high and dry, but I can't put myself through that.
I don't think you're leaving her high and dry if you talk to her about it and let her know how you feel. At that point, it's really then, okay, you know how I feel. It's
and I
up to you.
kind of did, but indirectly. Like, I didn't.
Fair.
I just said, like, I can't do it.
And sometimes it's tough to
it.
have that conversation with somebody. Believe me, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So I feel like if you really put the effort in to have that conversation, even if it's not a conversation, just be like, look, it's this, this, and this. I'm not feeling this. And if you continue this, I got to go. Then at that point, it's up to that person whether they want to change it or not.
Okay, if you're saying, I kind of did have that conversation with her.
Oh, you kind of did.
But it just seemed ingenuine to me, her response.
Okay.
So in my mind, it kind of, clicked. Like,
Do
I
you
literally
feel-
clicked in my mind, like, no. Like, I sensed it, and I'm like, no. And I literally, like, leaned back in my chair. Like,
All right, well, when you said that, did you feel like you put all your cards out on the table?
Possibly. Because I even mentioned, I talked about the Jeffrey thing. I'm like,
Okay.
I've told you this
'Cause
before, blah, blah, blah.
Then it is possible that she didn't get the full picture.
No, can be a little ditzy sometimes, so yeah, probably not.
Well, then that's another thing too. Sometimes you got to explain it more than
Yeah.
once to people. That granted, that happens, but not everybody has the same mind that you do. So you got to look at it that way too. But do I think you did wrong? No, I don't think you did wrong. I think you stood up for yourself. You got tired of being treated a certain way
Yeah.
and being taken advantage of, and you spoke out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
And if
it was
there is
just-
room for reconciliation, hopefully it'll happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, because I see more with that with the second one than the first one.
Right.
It was just very like, you needed me to help you out. I'm doing this favor. Okay, now I'm here. Now I'm helping you build back this business. Now you're literally declining and failing in front of me, and I'm trying to help. So not only am I doing all of that, but now I'm trying to hold you up as a person because you have the weight of this entire business on your shoulders. And you can't deal with it, and then you can't deal with your failing relationship, so that's on you. You can't deal with your past because that's on you because she never dealt with her past.
Okay.
And it's all of that, and then to be shitted on, and then now to her coming back like nothing happened. So we're just not gonna.
You know what I think when it comes down to it, everybody's got a little toxicity in them.
Yeah, and she is super young.
Well,
And I think
alright,
that
too.
and that's why I keep thinking
Maybe
like
that's another thing too. I think the age is going to be a big thing. I think you would get along more with more females that are around your age and a little older.
Yeah, because the only reason why the one that I had lost, she was being shaded by my brother. She was older. She's probably I know she's older than you. I just forgot how old. Maybe like 35.
Okay, couple
Now
years.
she should be like 35 now, 36. Actually, no, she's actually older, I think, because me and her worked together, but we had clicked and we were so like bonded and so close that I was like, okay, well, this is probably why I never really worked with females. I need older, like just like my guy friends are older. Like that's just me because I grew up with everybody being older than me. So maybe that's it, but I also think like the nurturing side of me usually kicks in with especially with the last two having to take care of them fucking children. So I think that's what I don't know.
Okay. So, all right, let's put a bow on this. So,
Yeah.
do I feel it's your fault? No, I don't feel it's your fault. Not 100% at least. I
Yeah,
think
not 100,
that going forward, I think that
Be more mindful.
be more mindful, and also just if it's gonna be a young one, young 20s, be mindful and just know that these people don't have all their shit together. They're still learning and still growing, and you got to keep that into account. That the toxicity traits are gonna be very, very evident when they're in the young 20s.
And maybe just try not to take care of them because I
try not to, because you can only do so much. You can't force a
Yeah.
person. You can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink it.
yeah.
So they're gonna have their crazy nights, wild nights. They're gonna have their I'm not listening to you no matter how good your advice is nights. This is normal shit that everybody's gone through in their 20s. So we just got to remember
True.
that and respect it, because you're at an age right now where you've already had that shit. You've had your wild drunk nights. You've gone over it. You've
Oh
had
my
a
God, am I
crazy
like?
past.
Now I'm like connecting it with like me transitioning in age.
Yeah, I think that's what it
That's
is too.
what it
like
is,
you're just
maybe.
transitioning, and you're
Yeah.
not for that bullshit anymore.
No, because
Those
I'm not
girls
even.
still are.
I'm not. But that's the thing. I'm not even judgmental. Like Maria, she's just as young as the second one
Right.
and the first one.
But she has a better head on shoulders. Is what you're saying.
Not really. I love you, Maria. Not really.
Okay.
But I think she's also been through a lot of shit, but she matches my level even when she's going through shit and she wants my opinion. She'll like, okay, like I'll say it, but like it's something about her that, not that I want to take care of her. Like it's different because she's not. It's kind of like, I know, like Maria reminds me so much of myself at her age. Mine, I was also married, so I wasn't like hoeing around like that. But I encourage her whole ways. I'm
Okay.
like, all right, so what guy are you with now? Things like that. Like, who did you meet now? So me and her are fine. We actually have to have a date coming up soon too. But I think it's like, and I've talked to her about those other situations, and like we'll talk them out and shit. But she doesn't have a, like she does and she doesn't. Like she's going through her early 20s, but she also, I feel like she doesn't believe in herself, like that she has a good head on her shoulders, but she does.
Yeah.
She has some type of like foundation, but she's just wilding out for now kind of
Yeah.
thing. So I think that's why. I think she has a good foundation. I think that's why me and her, like, we're cool, like we're close. Oh, I was with her last night. Crazy ass bitch.
So all right. So going back.
I think maybe that's what it is, because it's not that I'm
That's
judgmental at all about the decisions that they make.
No,
It's
not at all.
just how it affects me.
Yeah, if it
I
doesn't work
guess.
for you, it doesn't work for you. You don't want to be around it. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Look, it's all part of growing up. They're gonna get their shit together at some point, and they're gonna be great people growing up. Right now, they're just figuring shit out. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one stays that way forever. At least I would like to think so. Some people, their traits carry with them into older age, but they become more mature.
Sometimes it takes a while to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, some quicker than those. Because, look, I still got
Yeah.
my toxic traits, and I'm fucking working on them every day, man. I'm not
Same.
perfect at all.
Yeah.
So, like, we all got work to do.
Yeah, and I think it has helped that I was so young. Like, my siblings are, I mean, they're not like crazy
That's another thing.
older than
you
me.
were forced to grow up really quick because of your past.
True.
You had to grow up.
And
so
then
I think that...
living in a like, I mean, not the fact that, like, yeah, we lived in a party house everywhere we moved to.
Yeah.
But I was always surrounded by old, like 5 to, well, no, actually 6 to 8 years older than me. No, 5, my brother that you met before he left Jersey. He's 5 years older. I got to see, and my sister says it all the time, the one that's in Vegas. She's like, yeah, like, it's the thing, like, it's, you can learn from the mistakes of others, or you can just go through, I forgot how the saying goes. She's like, but you grew up seeing us make mistakes. So now that, she was like, now when you're growing up and you're going through your 20s, she said this years ago, she's like, now you're more conscious of the decisions that you make.
You've seen mad cautionary tales going on. So, like, you have that knowledge in you, and you did what other people won't do, which is, like, listen. Like, when I try to give, like, younger dudes advice on music shit, I'm like, look, this is coming from someone who was your age, who tried things that you didn't work out, and I'm still at this level. I'm just trying to get you to somewhere where I wasn't. So do what I didn't.
But if you don't watch and you don't listen, then, I mean, if you've never spent your life being able to watch anybody or listen to anybody, well, not really listen, but watch anybody make mistakes, and you learn from their mistakes, then you don't know how to listen to anybody down the line.
Very true.
So, like, just being more open-minded.
That was good. That was a good talk. I like
it really
that.
was.
That was good.
Okay.
You feel
so,
better?
no, yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
a little bit. And now it makes more sense to me now. Like, okay, maybe that's why.
It's not all you. It's not
No.
all you at all. At all.
Because I know I can be a little cold-hearted
and
sometimes.
I think also it comes down to, like, you know, we call you Mama Bear. Like,
yeah.
you shouldn't have to, like, be out here babysitting anybody.
No, it's funny because Maria, like, she's part of the Miller's crew. And anytime she's like, what up, Suge? What up, Mama Bear? Because of Check It and because she listens to the podcast.
Yeah, so you go.
Yesterday, she walked into the bar. She's like, Mama Bear.
Yeah,
like, bitch.
See? No, Maria's dope, man. Maria's dope. Shout out to Maria.
Yeah.
All right, so then we'll leave it at that. All right, we almost an hour in.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, we're gonna go through these topics.
Break and then topics.
Breaks. All right. All right, Lyrical Fix. We are back. What's up, fam? Episode 50 with your host Kid Pro. With your host Kid Pro.
Oh, and Sade.
Jesus Christ. All right, so people,
Sorry, I was taking a hit. My bad.
It's all right. You really wasn't listening.
No,
All right, yo. So so we're gonna get into the topics right now. Big topic in the past week, man. Cardi B dropped her newest single off featuring Meg Thee Stallion called WAP. For those who don't know what WAP is, it means wet ass pussy. The edited version was called Wet and Gushy. And guess what, people? Sade has not yet seen the video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick.
Wait, the edited is gushy.
Wet and Gushy. That's the edited version.
So it's WAP or WAG.
Well, it's still WAP, but when they say it on the edited version of radio, it's like that wet and gushy instead of wet ass
They
pussy.
couldn't think of something that.
What else are you gonna say
I'm gonna think about this.
that rhymes with pussy?
I'm really good with these. Hold on. Give me a second. Continue. Hold on.
That wet and gushy. No, so what I was gonna say is we're gonna take a quick break so that Sade can see this full video, hear the lyrics, and we're gonna do a live reaction of what Sade thought. Because I've only seen the video once, only heard the song once, so I have my own opinion on this. But I'm gonna have Sade watch it, and then we're gonna get into a nice little discussion.
Sorry.
What?
Pretty? No.
That wet and pretty? Yo, come on. That sounds like a Kids Bop version.
Wet and pretty.
Well, it's a P.
Wet and gushy. That just works better.
But it's a G.
I know it doesn't make sense, but yeah.
It's bothering me. Okay, sorry.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. No, not quick break, but we're gonna come
Watch
back
it,
back
yeah.
and watch it, and then you'll see. So let's just see what Sade thinks. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. We just saw the WAP video. When you watch it on YouTube, the official music video, it's the censored version, so it's just called Wet and Gushy. Still WAP. Sade, react. What'd you think? That's my second time watching it.
Interesting. Graphically, that shit is fucking hot. It's fucking
Yeah,
fire.
visuals are dope. Absolutely. Very colorful.
No, I'm trying to think of. She had the. I never know how to react to Cardi. I mean, I love Cardi, but holy shit.
All right, well, let me ask you.
That's some funny bars.
The bars hit the dangly thing in the back of the throat.
Yeah.
That shit. There's no punchline behind it. There's no witty wordplay.
No, like it wasn't, but it didn't have to be.
This was not a bar masterpiece. This was
Yeah.
a straight up like.
Some home music.
It's yeah, and it's like at this time, what are we really expecting from Cardi? Yeah, she's out there and she's telling people, she's doing interviews with Bernie Sanders
No,
and
but
she's trying to get people
Cardi's
to vote.
always been like that comic relief or.
If you want to call it that, yeah, absolutely. But just
Or
being who she is.
no, comic relief or relief, I guess.
Leave, yeah.
For certain people. But no, I've never had a problem with Cardi. I like her shit. It's just, I mean, this is not the type of music for me, but they were going off.
But hey, you know what? I think, yeah, they were going off. And Meg, when you just hear two girls rapping about wanting to get fucked,
Yeah.
It can be a little crazy. And I think with the times the way they are today, I think not a lot of men have really spoken out about how they feel about the song. They might think it's just really raunchy. I think as far as raunchy
it's
music
raunchy.
goes, this is one of the raunchiest songs I've ever heard.
It's raunchy.
As
but
far
I
as females
think
go, like I've heard males, like I've heard
Lil Kim used
go
to
back,
go
Lil Kim,
off. Yeah.
go to Too Short. As far as guys,
Yeah.
telling shit. Like, I talked with Manny about this before. Matter of fact, Manny wanted me to call him to talk about the video during this.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to hit him up and see if we could, but he had his own thoughts about it, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let me hit him up real quick. Keep talking though, but
Oh yeah, but no, I mean it was raunchy. To me, it wasn't a surprise from them too. But I don't know. I mean, he'll probably have more to say about it. I really don't.
he's a very opinionated guy.
Yeah.
So
because Cardi, I mean, like for a music video, Cardi can fucking get a music video done. That shit it's fire to me. I like the
during
video
COVID,
a lot.
man. I mean, just the fact that she got all that done, I give her credit on that. And I'm not looking for Cardi to give me the motherfucking
No.
political song, Black Power empowerment song. Maybe even a female empowerment song. I feel like that's what she did with Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
I think that was a very female empowerment song, and we just got the okay from Manny. So
Yeah, go ahead. You can put it on. No, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's just a video. It is what it is. To me, it is what it is.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what's up?
Yo.
down.
I got my guy Manny Alchemy here. Yo, you on the Lyrical Fix
What up,
Pod,
Manny?
brother. What's up?
Hey, what up, Lyrical Fix?
What up? For those that don't know, this is Manny with no IG. He has been my director, my video editor. He's helped me with all the verses about nothing. He's been one hell of a hype man for me, and a hell of a rapper himself, and a hell of a phone salesman. But we won't get into that now.
Damn, what an intro.
Hey, you deserve it, buddy. How you been though, man? You good?
I'm good, man. Just here, chilling.
Yeah, I already know. Say what's up to Sin for me, man. Listen, man. So Sade had not yet seen the video, which was surprising to me. I just put it on for her. It was my second time watching it. You already know how I feel, but you saw it the other day, and we had a brief conversation about it. So if you could, for all the listeners who have seen it and for the ones who haven't seen it yet, give us your reaction, your honest, because I know you're going to keep it real with me. Give me your honest reaction to what you thought of first the video, just the video, and then the song, and then give it to me together.
Well, I thought the video was like, it's like an obvious cash grab, right? Like,
Yeah.
to me, it's very high budget. It's very flashy, very colorful, very fun. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not impressed or anything like that, just because to me, it's nothing more than them just selling their bodies, their sexuality, and like, that's essentially it. That's all you're getting out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now, as far as the song goes, how you think about the song?
I mean, so when we talk, you know what I told you, and I'm gonna keep that stance. It's pretty much like, to me, the song is trash.
Yeah.
But it's not bad for the same reasons that I'm seeing online. Like, it has nothing to do with what they're talking about or how vulgar they're getting. Like, the song is just not a good song to me. But
like
I
it was
do
too
think
vulgar.
it's cool that, yeah, exactly. I do think it's cool that they were having fun and they were able to just kind of express themselves in that way.
Right, because it's like I was just saying before, I'm not looking for Cardi or Meg to tell me what the political state of the country is in.
That's exactly right.
I'm not looking for them to do that. I'm also not looking for a Juicy J to tell me how I should go about stuff. But then you find like a little baby who made like one of the most dopest post George Floyd Black Lives Matter songs so far this year. So sometimes you get surprised by that, because I would have never expected Little Baby to have the record of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're right.
And that was apparent.
You're right.
And with this, like we got a Cardi and Meg collab. This is kind of what I expected when I heard they were going to collab. And then when I heard the title, right then and there, when I heard WAP, I knew that has to mean wet ass pussy. That has to mean. There's no other way it could mean anything.
I wasn't really expecting much. Like,
Yeah,
I just
literally,
like, it is
I
what
mean,
it is.
what else?
To me, that's it.
It was either wet ass pussy or waggly ass penis.
That's why I didn't bother. That's why I didn't bother listening to the song until I saw the video, because that's what most of Cardi's shit. It's like, whatever about the music, I'd rather just see. Like, she does have some good joints that I'll listen to the song, but I'd rather see the video, if anything. Like, let me see what she turned out now. Yeah.
That's the thing about Cardi, is that she's a lot more fun to watch as opposed to like fun to listen to.
Yeah, I only have like really like 2 songs that I really fuck with her like that I'll listen to.
Yeah, and you know what? At a time like this, when everybody's trying to be like, more adult and more like serious and in depth with their shit, it's nice to see that someone else doesn't mind being like the party or making the party song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind that.
At some point, somebody was gonna have to do it.
Somebody's gonna have to do it. Somebody's gonna have to make a raunchy ass song, and this is definitely a lot more raunchier than like the other female songs that have come out, like Anaconda. This shit's on Anaconda in terms of raunchiness.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. These girls are expressing themselves. They're obviously sex symbols in the music industry, in hip hop. Why not show off what they got? And that's, like you said, it's a cash grab. They're gonna get attention from this. Why not?
Yeah, man. I mean, even I was talking to Cynthia, and she shared the same sentiments. It's just kind of like, these girls, they're just as horny as men. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a guy talking that same shit, So it's like, they could talk about whatever the hell they want in their music, but at the same time, let's not pretend like it's some kind of like a civil rights movement for women or anything like that. It's just, it's them making a song, and not everybody's gonna like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
These are 2 strong women telling you like, yo, this is what I want, this is what I got. If you can't handle it for me, you're not for me.
That's it. Exactly.
And I respect it in that sense. So I mean, yeah, the song may be trash, but as far as from them, they gave the people what they wanted.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And again, it's trash in my opinion. Like I'm by no means like any kind of I don't know, any kind of like mediator when it comes to music. It's just it's not the kind of song that I would want to listen to. But it's a fun song, man. Like I could already see that beat, like people just bopping and dancing to it. Like, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, and what the hell was I gonna say? I ended up finding some random ass TikTok video of this guy going from back in the days. He found a whole bunch of like old songs where people were like mentioning dicks and pussies. Because you and me were having that conversation like this has never been done before, but apparently it has been done.
What?
Like really old songs. Like this girl was talking about like come eat this pussy. Like old, like the 50s.
Oh shit! Really?
Like like old, like shit on
like,
vinyl.
Did she actually say it, or
yeah, like she said another song where the guy was talking about my dick, like my cock. Like this has been
Big
done.
Pun
People have
did
been
that.
making dirty songs.
It's literally
forever.
like get
Cynthia's
off my
out
dick.
here. She's gesturing to me, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Right.
Yeah, or
Kaya.
even fucking. So you have Big Pun with my dick, literally.
Yeah.
And then you have
You got Too Short.
Too Short. You had Biggie talking some crazy shit.
Little Kim
for sure. So I mean, it's nothing new. So for people to react, I think it's just because we went for so long with music writing that movement that everybody was like, okay, do we drop a raunchy track? And Cardi was definitely gonna be the one to do it. Cardi or Meg. I've thought about that in the beginning during quarantine. I'm like, they're gonna be the first ones to drop a crazy shit. So yeah.
Called it. Yeah, because like I was even telling Manny before, like there was a point after the whole George Floyd thing where it's like, bro, I don't even want to drop anything that's like bar related. Like fucking Pusha T and Jadakiss had to stop the production of the single for a hunting season because we don't want to promote any killing of black men. So it's like holy shit. So for like a good like 3 weeks, I was like, I can't drop no fucking bar tracks.
At this point, it's
to be honest,
the climate has
and to be honest, like, oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be honest, like the reaction to it is just a reflection of like the way our just culture is in general, like just the sensitivity, and the political correctness that we have to kind of like live by. It's just, it gets to a point where it's like, it's too much, everybody gets too offended by too many things. Like all the songs that you mentioned, when they came out during those times, nobody cared. It's the people who wanted to listen to it, listened to it, and the ones who didn't, and everybody went about their day. And now it's like, everything becomes such a big thing.
Yeah, you know what? Let me ask you then, because this is something that I was thinking about the other day. Do you feel like there came a point within the past month and a half where people just got tired of hearing only political tracks? Even though it was a great time in hip-hop and it was a very mature, content-based time for us where everybody was just on their grown shit talking about what's going on in the world and how we need to like stand up and unite and fight. Do you feel like people got tired of it but just didn't want to say it?
Yeah, I do.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
100%.
Oh, for
because
sure.
At the end of the day, like, you got to remember, as much as we would all love for everyone's focus to be 100% on getting rid of systemic racism, like, at the end of the day, some people just want to go about their lives and just, continue living the way they were before it.
Yeah,
and
some people need that distraction.
Like, it's unfortunate, but none of that's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just at the end of the day, it's just like this is one of those like types of things that people don't want to get hung up on and talk too much about because they feel like, oh, it's too much sadness. Like, let's get back to partying. Let's get back to like some live shit.
Especially with people now being able to go outside.
Yeah, now people want to go outside, so they want to hear some wet ass pussy.
It's the summer.
Yeah,
it's like we have less than a month left.
Yeah,
so,
like niggas don't want to lose their summers. 2020 niggas like already throwing. Some people throwing this whole year away. Other people are like, nah, I'm still out here.
This song, if COVID didn't happen, I mean, the Black Lives Matter, it's still gonna happen no matter what.
Song of the summer.
This would have this would have dropped like June. Yeah, it would have happened. It would have dropped
June because that's what you want to do. Drop it May, June, and have it roll through the summer. And this would have been like the hot girl summer track.
Yeah, and not to talk shit. I said it off air, and I'll say it on air, but. Now I'm not laughing at her, but clearly this happened a long time ago.
Oh, now we talking.
Because she was on her tippy toes. So clear, like this was already planned. I'm not talking shit, but this was already planned, so it makes sense. It would be for June.
So she's basically saying that Meg must have done this video before she got shot because of the way she was dancing.
She was on her tippy toes.
100%.
She's not talking shit. She's saying that this probably was made beforehand, and the fact that Kylie was in the video.
Yeah, which I wanted to hit up Ace about it too. I was like,
Yeah, Kylie was in the video, so you never know. There's a little bit of, the controversy that was surrounding them, but
they still put it out though, so I don't think it means anything. But
right.
regardless,
because they could have cut her out of the video.
They could have edited.
They could have easily edited her out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, she literally had nothing to do with the video. It was just like a 10-15 second like pause in it.
It was probably at the pool, like, "Hey, girl, you want to be in my video?" Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
they knew
Let me
what
make
they
sure
were
me put
doing.
some more
Like,
shit in
she's
my
one of the
ass
most
so it looks
popular
bigger.
females on the planet.
Oh yeah, no, it was a big look having Kylie in the video. You kidding me? That just got them another 1 million views off the strength.
Literally.
Oh my God, I have little white girl saying wet and gushy. Jesus.
Yo, come on, man. What? That's gonna be the next TikTok thing, and then you're really gonna have a big issue, big epidemic on your hands. They're gonna be doing these TikTok videos to wet and gushy, bro. The parents are gonna fucking shut off TikTok so quick.
Oh shit.
Oh, bro. Oh man. Yo, well we gonna leave it at that, Manny. We just wanted to get your thoughts on this. So real quick, I'm gonna give me the rating for the song and the video. Song first, 1 to 10. Give me a rating.
Ah man, song 1 to 10. My rating's gonna be like a good high 4.
Well, okay, and the video.
The video is like higher, around like I'll say 7 or 8. It's just a lot of fun, man.
The video is
with
fire,
a song
yeah.
like that, you can't really expect much else out of the video. You know, it was a lot of fun. The graphics were really good, and it looked great.
Oh yeah, all right, man. So I guess it's an average of 5. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
pretty much.
Thank you. That is awesome.
Man, thank you for having me, guys.
Bye,
Oh, you're very
Manny.
welcome, man. Hey, thank you for fucking giving us your expertise, man. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
You know I'm always here for you.
You the fucking man. All right, nigga. Well, look, we gonna finish up this episode. I'm gonna get back to you tomorrow. We gonna talk. We gotta catch up anyways.
All right, man. Be easy.
All right, brother, man. Peace.
Hey.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. Shout out to Alchemy, Manny with no IG.
Damn, we didn't even get to the bottom feeder thing. Charlamagne getting
we gonna talk about
offended.
that bottom feeder shit. So
right,
Meg
go
had a
ahead.
line in there. If you eat ass, you a bottom feeder. Hold up, Meg.
How do you feel about
Hold
that?
the fuck
You know
up.
what's funny? We talked about this outside, and I'm like, damn, we should be recording this. Remember that one time? It was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Nigga, she said that line, and every man in the world that eats ass felt some type of way about that. You're not gonna call me no bottom feeder just because I like to
Yeah,
eat ass. Get the
Charlamagne
fuck
said
outta here,
derogatory term.
You're not gonna do that to us. I'm sorry, that was my phone. I got
No, you're
unplugged it.
fine.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Don't call me no goddamn bottom feeder, okay? All right. It's like anytime I've licked ass, they liked it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God, I am not a fan of
Okay,
that.
Edit that out.
But I wouldn't. No, it's staying in there. It's staying in there. But I was gonna say I'm not a fan of it. But to call him a bottom feeder, that's pretty bad. That's really
funny.
bad.
All right, so you got anything else to say about this fucking video? Before we
Nah,
move
not
on?
really. We can move on. We talked
We can
about
move
it
on. All right,
enough,
fuck
yeah.
it, move on. All right, so what I wanted to get into next, definitely hip hop related. So
Go.
every year, XXL Mag, they drop their freshman cover.
We're gonna get into this.
We're going to get into this. Yes, we had to because it's got to happen. So the freshman cover, freshman class of 2020 has been released. I'm going to read off the names. Sade, I just want you to let me know who you recognize off of this list. Polo G,
No.
Rod Wave,
No.
Baby Keem,
No.
NLE Chopper,
No.
Mulatto,
Yes.
Lil TJ,
No.
Jack Harlow,
Yes.
Chica.
No.
You should know who that is. You've definitely seen her, though.
Probably.
Cowboy,
No.
Lil Keed,
No.
Fivio Foreign.
No.
Oh, you don't? That's what.
Wait, what?
Fivio Foreign. New York dude kind of sounds like Pop Smoke.
No, I'm
Dude's
probably
doing
heard.
that drill shit. You've heard his songs.
I probably heard, yeah.
A lot of people, you've heard their songs. And there was a 10-spot winner named 24K Golden. I don't know who that is. He must have just won the spot like a fan vote.
Probably, yeah.
I've heard different shit. Obviously, the real hip-hop purists are like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, but I stopped respecting the XXL list a
I've
long
given,
time ago.
yeah. I've heard other people say that this is one of the more, the better lists, the better classes that they had in a minute.
Yeah.
Which it depends on who you ask.
I only heard like a freestyle from Mulatto, and I really liked her shit. That was the one that was in the video.
Was she in the video? Okay, that was her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's, yeah. I was like, I know her.
Let me find Chica, but she's... Chica, yo, bottom right.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah, so I've heard of Chica, I've heard of Mulatto, heard of Lil TJ, heard of Polo. Yeah, come on, you've had to have heard her. She does a lot of selfie rap videos, but she can fucking spit. Chica's dope.
I like her.
She's
no,
dope.
she's fire.
Yeah, I didn't know her name for a minute. I just knew her at name, but she's fucking
she's
fire.
She
I
is
think
fire.
as far as the ciphers go, she's gonna have the most impressive one.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow.
Are they still gonna do ciphers?
I would hope so. I would hope they
Yeah,
do like a
same.
quarantine cipher or some shit.
Because you don't really need a whole lot of shit to do a cipher.
Yeah, I mean, just from this picture alone, from the cover, it looks like it was taken at different times. They weren't together like the past ones, for obvious reasons. But you know what? I gotta say here, I think the best rapper wise, you got Jack Harlow, you got Chica, Fivio. He's on that new style, that New York, that drill wave, that Pop Smoke. Well, he might have some bars. I've heard Mulatto got some shit. NLE Chop, I don't know much about him.
I just heard the one freestyle from Mulatto, but that's it. Chica's really good though.
Yeah. Polo G and Lil TJ I've heard of as well. I've only heard of Baby Keem and Lil Keed, but I've never heard of their music. NLE Chop, I don't know of his music. Rod Wave, I know he has one song right now that's hitting.
Rod Wave does sound familiar.
Yeah, he's got a song right now that's hitting. That's why a lot of people have like a good song that's out. Like Jack Harlow has What's Poppin'.
Jack Harlow definitely no.
And he had the remix and shit. So I mean, is this an impressive list? I can't really tell you. I think the most impressive one, and nobody judge me, it's just because it made the most waves. Was that one year where it was 21 Savage, Lil Uzi, Kodak. That freestyle between them, it was whack, but it was memorable. It was memorable. I'm not saying it was technically great, lyrical masterpiece. I'm not saying that. But as far as like the new school of rappers, you can't deny Lil Uzi. You can't deny the impact he's had on all these rappers.
Yeah, the impact, yeah.
21 Savage did some great shit. Grammy nominated. Kodak, we already know the impact that he's had on people.
Fucking hate Kodak.
Yeah, positive and negative, but he's impactful. And then other people in that same class were doing their fucking thing. And then I think last year you had The Baby, you had Meg.
Last year I liked a good amount of them.
Meg, The Baby, Certified Stars, and that's how you know you got a great list.
Okay, maybe just the two.
And I think this year Pop Smoke would have been part of the list.
He would have been.
He would have been part of the list, obviously. Rest in peace,
that
Pop Smoke.
he would have been a part of that list.
He might not have, because
my favorite list, the 2008-2009 one.
Which was that the first one?
Let me see.
Whatever list had Lupe, Joel, Crooked.
That was definitely not 2008, but yeah.
All right, but that was my favorite one.
That one, no, okay, so that one
one
is my first favorite, and then let me see. I don't care about every cover. Jesus, that was the first. Wait, let me see.
Oh, you was looking for covers.
Let's see, 2007. That was Rich Boy, Lupe, Papoose. That was a really good year.
That Saigon.
Joel, Saigon was on
that
there.
shit. I think Gorilla Zoe.
2007, 2009 was really fucking good.
Who's on that?
Blue. Gualla, Asher Ross,
Oh,
B.O.B.,
that one's
Corey
right.
Guns,
Corey Guns. That was a great Mickey Facts.
Yep, that was a good one.
Mickey Facts. We were talking about him earlier.
2000. Let me see. 2010 was the J. Cole, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean. So that's the one I'm thinking, because I said 08, 09.
That's right.
09, 010. Those two covers, those class were really fucking good. And then 2007, I mean, that was obviously. And then 2011 was Meek Mill, Mac Miller, like that. Those years, 2007 until, I'm trying to think when.
And that was, and I know you know this. That was the rap blog era.
Yeah,
that was Two Dope Boys. That was Not Right. That was.
That was my. That was not my era. But that was me. Like, that was the era of me. Like, oh, this is what I want to do.
I think for me, and also for you, because you're slightly a little younger than me, that was like the golden era.
Yeah, that was our golden era.
The rap blog era was our golden era, because there's so many good people that came from that shit. Because just in that first cover that we mentioned, you had part of Slaughterhouse in there.
Yeah. Then
you got Blue. You got Mac Miller. You got Papoose. All these people in those years. And then we all know that after a while, Double XL just lowered the bar as far as like lyrical
I would say rappers. 2000. I would say 2013. I think I'm trying to think. 2013 was probably the last really good one for me. Not a favorite. 2013, Schoolboy Q, Joey Badass, Absol, Logic, Action Bronson, Trinidad James, who I really don't care about, Travis Scott, I love, Dizzy Wright, Chief Keef was on there, and Angel Hayes. So that one was a
Come
really
on,
good
son.
year
That
for
was a great one too.
Yeah, but I personally like, obviously 2007 is a
Yeah.
given. That's a number one.
Absolutely.
But I personally like
so
09 and 10.
That's dope that you even
Those are my first two.
brought the old ones back. And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what we
of
needed
course.
for this conversation.
See, that's what, like, if we're gonna, because I had planned this the last time around. I'm like, okay, so are we gonna get into this list or not? And then we didn't. I don't think we got into the list.
But was it just released? I think it was just released, so we didn't talk about it last week.
No. I'm talking about like this time last year.
Got you. Okay.
Because we were already recording before I brought you into the pod. Before I reached out to you, like, hey, do you want to do this with us?
Got you.
So that was in my. I'm like, I really don't want to talk about Double X out because I don't take it serious or whatever now anymore. I think 2013 was kind of like my last. 2014 it was like Chance, Rich Homie Quan, Ty Dolla $ign. Like they had Kevin Gates. Like they had good people. Rick Mensah. But at the same time, it was like, meh, whatever for me.
I got you. And after that, it became more of a clout thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't really care about what they're doing. It's just these are the hottest quote unquote rappers right now.
No, 2012 started dipping down for me, I think.
Do you have that list?
Iggy is, I think because that's when the moment when they had Iggy on there, I was just, really?
Okay, yeah, it's like, oh, really? Like,
Really?
you grabbed the white girl from
Then
T.I.'s label?
Yeah, so then 2013, I thought when they had Trinidad James, I'm like, really?
Really, yeah.
And then after, but they had so many good people, 2012, 2013, that I was just like, okay, it's like, all right, really, you put the one clout person, and then it just became slowly, because 14 had Chance. I had some good people, but it also had clout people.
Yeah.
Too.
And let's not forget that there were certain rappers that were hit up to be on these lists that never even bothered to answer back. Like, let's
Yeah.
look at the main one. One person, obviously, that should have been in these fucking covers that never was.
Yeah.
2010, Drake.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that one.
And then also, whatever year you want to say, Kendrick. He was not
Yeah.
on these at all.
Because
So-
you had, because 2010 would have been it, because they were kind of out 2008, 2009.
Right.
So 2010 would have been the year for them, because you also had J. Cole, Big Sean. Wale was the year before that.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have J. Cole, Big Sean. Technically, the big three is J. Cole, Big Sean, Drake.
Right.
And he wasn't on there, which I always thought was weird. I remember seeing this cover when it first
Yeah,
came
like
out.
Drake didn't need to be on there. Drake didn't
Oh,
want
and
to be on there.
09, of course, 09 was Cudi, because 09 they did different covers.
Yes.
So they weren't all grouped together.
Right.
So that's why, because I'm like, I know Cudi was on my favorite one. Yeah, 09 is
Right.
like second favorite because I had Blue, Cudi,
Well,
all
yeah, I
that.
remember that shit. That was a great cover too. Multiple covers. I got one of those on.
I don't want to say what grade I was
my little brother's
in,
got one of
but
them on
it
the
was-
walls, but yeah.
That's the one I
And
have
I
on my wall.
remember
I used to have, yeah.
hearing an interview with Benny the Butcher where he was talking to Jay-Z and he
Uh-huh.
was saying like he wanted to get on the cover and Jay's like, why? For what?
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything for you.
No.
So it's like you think about that, it's like, oh, this really has become like a clout chasing thing. Like
It's changed.
It's changed.
a lot. Well, because when it first started rolling out, that was the beginning of the blog era.
yeah, and it was gospel. If you made it to that fucking cover, you
Yeah,
were
it
meant to
was.
be and you're gonna have a great career. And then after a
Mhm.
while it just the credibility died.
Yeah, and especially when you had like the J. Cole, Big Sean type. Like, and then 09 you had like Kid Cudi and shit like that. Like you had, those people had big careers. So you're following that up and it's like, okay, it's just going down. So you're still thinking like, no, this is the list to make. Like I have to be on the cover. But then it's like at that point, it's like, no,
And I
Benny, you
remember
don't have
plenty
to.
times they would have the editor in chief of Double XL, which I think her name was Vanessa Satin. They'd have her come in to do
I think so,
interviews with Breakfast Club, with Hot 97, and they basically just be like, all right, so the main question was, why these guys?
Just punch myself.
I saw that, yeah. We don't want to say anything. You punch,
Yeah.
Sade punched herself trying to open the wine bottle.
Ow.
It's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So they would ask like, okay, what the fuck was your thought process going into this shit? And I want to pull up the audio, but we don't fucking have to.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's basically she's saying like, look, these are people that are making noise within hip hop right now. Yes, there's people that can spit better lyrically, that probably make better songs, but are they making enough noise? No. And us as a magazine, we have to cover the big stars. And yes, this goes back to your situation
My situation? Which one?
with the magazine.
Oh yeah. So my theory with that. Oh, now I know
It's
what
kinda
you're
the
talking
same
about.
thing.
And it's the same thing. So my theory is that because the blog era, you were so dependent on the blogs. You were so dependent. I
One source of
literally
information.
was always on Two Dope. I mean, I still am on Two Dope Boys, but I was always on Two Dope Boys, Hip Hop DX, which those have still remained my two like consistent. Like I'm just a blog person. I'm
Yeah.
a nerd, so I still do it. But like I was always like I had like at least 10, and Double XL was one of them.
Yeah.
As like bookmarks,
Yeah.
and just constantly
Same
check
here.
them every day.
Blog era, that's where I would go,
Yeah.
and that's how I found Absol.
That Piff technically is a blog that had the mixtapes because
Right.
they had their blog section.
Two
too.
Dope Boys raised me in the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
It raised me. Like I wouldn't have known about Absol, about
Yeah.
TDE, Kendrick, J Rock, Schoolboy. Wouldn't have known about Wale, Asher
Yeah.
Rock. These were all mixtapes that were uploaded to twodopeboys.com. I listened like religiously to Mecca and to Shake
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as like these were my go-to guys. Now right as well.
Fucking look up to them.
Yeah,
oh
I
my
look
god,
up
I would love
these,
to
yo,
meet
these
them
were
so
these guys.
bad.
Like I wanted to meet them. Like, yo, you are the reason that I'm
Yeah.
falling back in love with hip hop because this
Yeah.
whole blog era of rap was like
Pigeons and Planes. Pigeons
Pigeons
and
and
Planes
Planes
is a
another
good
one
one
as
too.
well, yes.
Yeah,
That-
that was like my
the
third.
Stashed.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of websites that were just like so good to just bring you that new hip hop, and it was a different era
Yeah.
that was forming, and you could tell. And now it's carried over because all these artists have grown. Some have kept with it. Some have like gone into obscurity.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's like it came to a point where like that's all I do. What's hot? Two Dope Boys knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go there, and they delivered consistently. And then after that, streaming services came, and you just
Yeah.
stopped going there. Like me.
That's why I'm not
you're
so
different.
heavily. Yeah, no, like I'm always there. I never like. Besides the Two Dope Boys, which is like my number one source, and then Hip Hop DX, like I'll go to every now and then, but that's more for like news for the pod.
Yeah.
Back then it was like Pigeons and Planes, which is somewhat. I'm trying to think. It's like a sister or a little
Sister site?
brother
Yeah.
of Complex.
Word.
I always wanted, but I leaned more to Pigeons and Planes. I like them because they covered not just hip hop but like all genres,
All
which
culture.
because I don't listen to just hip hop. I listen to everything. It's
Yeah.
just I resonate more with hip hop, and I had said something about writing for Complex. This is in college, and I'm like, oh, like it would be amazing to write for Complex, and they were like, yeah, just send them. And somebody actually replied back to me, and this is on Facebook. Somebody commented to me back. I think it was actually they had Cuddy on the cover, and I commented, and I never used to comment on anything, and I'm like, oh, this magazine is so fire, like I would love to write for them one day. And then they commented me back. They're like, oh, send us your work.
There you go. Simple as
But
that.
that was back then, and then and I was like, oh my god, I'm pressure. Got into music journalism, started writing shit, and then by the time I'm like, you know what? No, I don't. I'm good, because I think that was when it slowly started dying out, and I'm
Right,
like,
the death of the magazine and
I'm like,
shit.
you know what? Let me just come up with my own like online portfolio, which is audio fixation, shit like that. And then now I'm not so heavily on writing anymore because now things are so more instant, I guess, and
Yeah.
like people want to hear and see things. So I rather like that's where the pod
It's more
comes in.
visual nowadays.
It is, yeah.
So it's like the blog era died with that because everything became
So
so much more
unfortunate.
easier to find.
That was
It really
such
is.
a good era.
Because I felt
So good.
because it was just like it was like back in the day when before internet, before AOL, where if we wanted to see something, we all had to watch it at the same time so we could talk about it the next day.
Yeah.
So that's what Two Dope Boys was for me. It's like I got nowhere else to go to find music, new music, and all I have is CDs
Yeah.
and whatever's playing in the radio. So
And
if I want to
LimeWire.
find something new and download it to my computer or whatever, and then my MP3 player,
Yeah.
Two Dope Boys, not right.
Because
Pigeons and
literally
Planes.
before blogs were just you listen to the radio,
Find a hot
and
track
you-
and then try to download it.
and then not even try to download it. I would put tape on a cassette
Oh,
and
you're going
record
that
it.
far back.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going
alright.
that far back. Yeah.
Okay.
Putting tape on the cassette and like recording it and making like little mixtapes.
Oh, you young niggas wasn't outside for that.
Yeah.
You didn't know nothing about that shit.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Playing the BT song
Oh, I
on the
miss
before you
that.
do your voice.
And then having to like, damn, and like waiting for them to replay the song or going
Yeah.
through other stations. Like, did they? I missed part of this song. Like, fuck, and then you're just stuck with that recording. You're like, all right, maybe one day
I
it'll
remember
play
the time
again.
where you really had to like be home and catch 106 in Park to see your favorite video
Oh,
or
yeah.
Grab City
Yeah.
because it's the only time you could hear it because the computer the shit wasn't that great. There was a
No.
time where shit was hard to get what you wanted to hear. So yeah, and now everything is so easy. So yeah, you would expect a site like that to lose traffic tremendously.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But to stick, that's why I like Two Dope Boys so much is that they didn't really write. Like, I mean, they'll post other things, but I kind of, if you read between the lines, when a review doesn't come out, if like Shake and them don't like put a review out, or I mean, it is a lot for them. But if you don't see a review or when a project drops and they don't put much, it's literally like the cover art or like a picture of the person or whatever.
Oh yeah, new single from.
Yeah, new single, real quick, and then you got the Spotify and Apple like playlist, like music thing, the embedding. And I'm like, oh, this might not be good. Okay,
But
I'll give it a listen then.
But that's the part that sucks also, because there's so much fucking music that's thrown at you, and especially these guys.
Yeah.
Because everybody was trying to throw them their fucking music, and they're still trying to get big off this.
Yeah, well, they got shut down a little.
And then they get sent so much shit. It's like you get so jaded now because it's like, well, do I really like this? Because I got to hear something else the next day. So much music, and we talk about this all the time. There's just so much music that's thrown and that comes out that we got to listen to and review. It's just like, it's tough to like listen to everything, give it like a really like, solid ear.
That's why I had stopped blogging like my own stuff. That's why audio fixation just came like I'm just gonna put check it and the pod stuff up there.
And I told you before, I don't know how you do it, but I can't remember the last time I sat down and listened to an album on my phone and didn't do anything else.
Oh yeah.
It's so hard when you have a phone.
I think because I've done it before. No, like it is tough. I try not to. What is it called? I try not to use my phone.
Yeah.
I'll have it on. So I would listen to it on my phone and then get distracted somehow.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll play it either right off of two Dope Boys or just pull up Apple Music on the laptop.
Right.
And because honestly, like when I start listening to something, if I like it, I don't feel the need to do anything.
Right. And then you also, because there's so much music, you don't give an album a second listen anymore because you have to go to the next one.
That's why when you called me, that's why I was like out of sorts. When I first answered, I was like, yeah, what's up? Because I was trying to go back to finishing the project I was listening to.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, yeah, what's happened?
And this
what
is
happened?
the shit that be happening. So it's like, it's tough right now for music. Like it's just so much, and there's so much more trash than good.
Yeah, there is.
Which is another issue. So that causes like these guys to like not have such a open mind when listening to shit. Because now it's like, okay, another rapper that we respected that dropped great albums had to drop something quick, and it's not as great. The quality lacks, and you start seeing it. It's like, shit, is this what's happening with everybody now? Because all of our favorites have dropped albums in this quick-paced new world, and it hasn't, hasn't measured up to their past work. Yeah. Some do. Some don't.
Speaking of that,
what's up? Let's hear it.
Hold on, let me. All right, we're gonna move on from this.
We can move on from it.
So
we're gonna see what happens.
Speaking of that, Double XL tweeted earlier, artist dropping tonight, which is in like 40 minutes. Drake, Nas, Dave East, Cash Page, Guap Dad 4000. Well, okay, the only names I was really I'm not reading all these names. Drake, Nas, Dave East, and Tech 9, which is, it's Tech 9. You already know what you're going to get. But those are the only names I was really focused on, which was a surprise because I wasn't sure if Nas was really going to come out. Drake has already, it's been reported that 90% of the project was done.
Yeah, I think it's a single with Bruno Mars.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know if it's a single or whatever. But Nas, two Dope Boys, then right after had tweeted, it's official. Nas will release his new album, King's Disease, with Hit Boy August 21st, which is next week.
Look, man, I just really hope that he's got good beats on his album because Nas is one of those dudes that's been known to just have bad beats.
Yeah.
Right. A Hit Boy is good for beats. But then again, let's not act like Nas hasn't had great producers on his album still still had trash beats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really like the Kanye thing. Let's talk about that real quick though. So I don't remember the name of the project, but the Nas he was part of the Good Summer shit, right? Okay. The whole 7-track, manic episode Kanye was having. I personally like Kanye's beats on that project. Okay. But I wasn't really married to the fact that Nas was on it. And I love Nas. I even had a period in my time. Well, actually, that sounded really nasty. I had a point. It was a point in my life. Sorry.
That was the Nasir album you're talking about. It came out in 2018.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a point in my. Damn, that was 2018. Holy shit.
You dropped Lost Tapes last year.
Oh my god, that was 2018.
Lost Tapes 2.
Holy shit. So anyway, there was a point in my life where I will say this on air. I held Nas higher than Jay-Z for a brief moment. Then my brother knocked sense into me. but I was very much a Nas fan over Jay-Z when I was younger. But I wasn't married to that album because I really liked it, or I think I wanted to like it because it's one of my favorite producers, one of my favorite rappers, but I didn't like them together.
Word. Yeah,
I just
see
felt
that.
like those beats could have easily gone with anybody else.
I agree.
And that's the crazy shit. Kind of made them tailored to Nas. But it's like I just didn't.
That was some whack shit.
It was a manic episode.
It really was. We got to remember what type of state Kanye was in, and he was fucking overworking himself trying to do 7-track albums for mad artists.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good idea at the time, but like knowing what type of state he was mentally, at least that we know of, because that's what he was projecting out.
I think some good work came out, even though like the whole
Tiana Taylor,
controversial with
Pusha T ended up having like one of the best albums that year.
Oh my God, Daytona was fucking
You know
good.
what I mean? I think Kids See Ghost was also
yeah,
part of that shit.
was my shit.
That was alright. Couple good songs on there.
Kids See Ghost, that was a really good one. And I liked Gay.
You like the
have
Wyoming shit?
Opening bars on my chest.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Yeah. So I liked Yay. Not all of it completely. I wrote a review about it, and it's funny. I sent it to my sister, and she's like, "This doesn't really have like an opinion in here." And I'm like, "Well, there's an opinion. I liked it, but I wasn't completely sold on Yay. Like I really did like the project, just not as a whole. Like I liked some songs.
It was an undecided opinion.
Yeah. Because I did a review for each one, and then I think I had stopped. No, not each one. I did it for Kids, Daytona, and Yay.
Oh, so you didn't review Tiana's album?
I never got to it. Yeah.
But that was a good one. That was another good one.
That was a good one. But that was the time when I was living in not living. I was working in Miami. I was working in Florida for a month.
Oh shit.
So it was like a hassle coming back to Jersey and having to keep writing and shit.
That was crazy, man. So,
but it was
well, as far as new music, we'll see. I mean, I think that Drake collab with The Weeknd is probably a winner. I think it's gonna be something big.
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Not The Weeknd. Bruno Mars.
That's
Excuse
I
me.
was confused. I was like, what?
I mixed them up. Excuse me. So Drake and Bruno Mars. I think it's gonna work.
I just hope it's better than the Khaled shit. That was fucking trash.
That Grease shit and the pop star and the other song where he was talking in Arabic.
That was the freestyle. The freestyle is better than, and it has nothing to do with Khaled because Khaled's not part of it. I like the freestyle more than the other two.
Yeah.
More than Khaled's
Pop star
tracks.
wasn't really feeling. Grease just sounded like a Weeknd record.
Yeah, trying to.
So I just
see that, and that's where you can't even fight the vulture shit, like, and like you're trying to appropriate. But it's not really culture. You're literally trying to take a style, and like that's what Drake. That's why OVO. We talked about this already. Like OVO is almost like, I forgot what they used to call it, or like it would be like the end of careers, because then you see Party Next Door.
Yep.
Where like the artists are like, okay, it almost seems like all the artists on OVO are helping Drake, and then are helping Drake, and then just be like, all right, no, they have nothing to show for themselves.
All right, so we're gonna see though, because by next episode we'll be able to review all that new music that came out, hopefully. So we'll definitely go over the Drake and Nas, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on from that.
Do you want to get into one more topic and then new music, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, one more topic. I got one right here, and we can get right into it.
Okay.
So this is basically a drama series that kind of premiered last year.
Yeah.
Based on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Is now currently in the works from Morgan Cooper, who was the creator, and Westbrook Studios. Westbrook Studios is the production company that is run by Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, the Entanglement crew. So, like I said before, this was mentioned last year. I'm just going to read everything. Well, I'm not going to read it, but it was I found this one on the Shade Room. But Will Smith heard of what's going on, and he loved the idea. So, basically, they asked, would y'all agree to a 1-hour dramatic version of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Kind of the same thing, just more serious. Like, it's still the same idea.
Sundance. I think the dramatic one, Bel-Air, that was last year. Like, they had Meek Mill on the trailer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was like a current.
Wait, was that it?
Set,
the same one? Okay,
they had it set in Philly, and you see it, and then you also see him walking into the mansion in California and shit.
Yeah, you know what? And I will read this just to get over it. So, according to Deadline, which is the first site that reported, Bel-Air is what's going to be called, is a 1-hour drama set in modern day, but still references the premise from the classic sitcom, which originally starred Will Smith. If you guys don't know, he was in Philly, got into some shit.
Yeah.
Was sent to Bel-Air to live with his rich uncle
Yeah.
and aunt. They had three cousins.
Yeah.
2 daughters, one kid.
Mm-hmm.
The one boy. The boy was closer to his age, and it's just his experience going from Philly to now living in a whole different area in a whole different part of the country.
Yeah.
So they want to turn that same premise, but make it more of a dramatic situation.
It's exactly the trailer. So now I'm thinking maybe Bel Air, like maybe it got to Sundance, or maybe it was just the trailer.
Yeah.
And then they never furthered on, maybe budget wise, and maybe and because I did see Will talking about it, and Will was like, "That's so cool that this guy's doing this, blah blah blah." Because I remember I found the actor on Instagram, and he had like highlighted Will talking about it, and he was like, "Yo, this is fucking awesome," but whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. So I feel like maybe they couldn't finish it. Maybe it didn't get to Sundance yet. It was just a trailer, like they submitted to Sundance to get in, to be like, "Okay, can you play this?" Maybe it didn't go all the way, and Will found out and was like, "You know what? Let's make this happen." Because it looked bomb. It was like, I think it was like a drive-by or some crazy shit happened. Then you see his mom saying, I think is that his mom? I think it was his mom. Because they changed. There's little things that they did change from the show.
Right.
Because I don't know if his father was actually in it, but his mom saying like, "You can't be here anymore," kind of thing, like, "I'm gonna send you," and then you see him walking up the steps, like looking up at then you see him trying to fit into like the Catholic school or the private school that he was in. I mean,
like, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, there's one scene I saw in the trailer where it's like the guy that's Uncle Phil is talking to the kid that's Will, and he's like, "Look, I ain't hidden in this house. I'm not Uncle Phil. I'm the law."
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, and they had it like a
one.
really, like the color coordination was like a little darker. It looked a little more serious.
It is, yeah.
It's meant to be more serious. Now, I'm the type of guy where I'm not really big on remakes, especially if they were like remakes that were 20 years ago. And Fresh Prince is such a classic fucking sitcom for everybody in our generation. Like, we grew up on that. Like, even J. Cole says, like, Uncle Phil was our dude. That was our dad. Him and Carl Winslow and Pops from the Wayans Brothers. I was raised, those were my fathers,
and
my
when
TV
you didn't
dads.
have a father, that was it,
That was my TV. Those were my TV dads growing up. Like, they taught you lessons about being a man, about maturing, going through stuff. Like, I remember the drug episodes. I remember the racism episodes. Like, you learned so much from those guys on that show.
God, the scene where his father does.
Oh, why don't he want me anymore, Uncle Phil? Why don't he care about me anymore? That was the best scene, man. I see that, and I still shed a tear. You know what I mean? A lot of us relate to that shit. So to bring
Especially
that back,
that time,
and to bring that back into a dramatic series, I'm down to check it out. If they were just gonna remake it and throw like a young actor in it, I don't think I'd give it much attention. But the fact that they're gonna turn it into a drama, I would check it out.
Because if you think about it, Fresh Prince, I mean, Will is funny, so it makes sense, and especially during that time, like they did hit a lot of, remember like when Carlton got pulled over and he thought everything would be fine, and there was a whole racist cop thing. Like, they did tackle a lot of serious shit where it could be easy to make a dramatic version of it and still hit those same topics.
Oh my God!
Because it's
today,
still prevalent to today.
Black Lives Matter. You could definitely have an episode just on that. Turn into a whole hour long. Absolutely.
And luckily, I mean, it'll still affect a few, but luckily now we're in a day and age where fathers are stepping up. Compared to back then where it hit so, like, I love the fact that they did that, because
that's a great point.
Not that many, like, that was an era, and even like Will's era and then the generation right after it, like us, like, where, I mean, my situation was different, but we didn't have our fathers. So hitting that point today, it won't. I don't think it'll make that much of an impact, but it still will. Not compared to before.
That's a great point, because our generation, the fact that we were raised on this and related it to so much because we had so many absent fathers. Now we're fathers, and we're making sure we don't repeat those mistakes. Because we had great
1000%.
people to look up to in these TV shows. So it kind of did us where TV would usually brainwash you. This brainwashed us in a more positive manner. To like, hey, take care of your kids. Like, no matter what happens, be there for them.
Because we even have friends who put it in their music too.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm not going after my father kind of thing. Like, I didn't learn anything from him.
Word
shit.
up. Absolutely.
And then even, I mean, my case was different. Like, but my father didn't have his father. So, and then like my brother and my sister, like, well, one of my brothers and one of my sisters didn't have their father. Like, literally, like, the man is alive and they still don't have him.
They still don't have him.
So things like that, like, that's part of the generation that we grew up like, and it worked so well in that time. But regardless, the show will still work. So
Absolutely.
I'm
So I'm all here for it. I'm sure you are too. I'm definitely waiting for this. I think now with Will on the helm, helping Morgan Cooper, they're trying to shop it to different streaming services.
I'm down for
I think
it.
it won't be much long till we see this on either Netflix,
Yeah.
Apple TV, Hulu. We're gonna see it somewhere.
Yeah, because it was pretty much. I feel like it might have been a finished product already.
Yeah, I think it is.
They were been working on it.
Yeah.
They had the trailer. They probably just need the budget, and Will's there to help them
Come
budget
on.
it.
So now he's gonna have his own imprint, and especially the show's based on him, so he's gonna want a piece of it anyway.
Yeah.
So he'll do his little thing, and he's gonna make it look great.
Artistically, though, it looks really fucking good.
It looks great.
I think
It looks great.
I think the
trailer-wise, they
director did a fucking good
great
job
fucking
doing
job.
this.
Throw
Yeah.
some current rappers in there as cameos and shit, and then before you know it, what?
No, Meek wasn't actually in it. No, I mean Meek wasn't in it, but his music was like they had the current music,
Okay,
and
so
then
then
still.
that was a different.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, that like I realized that made it seem like Meek was in it. No, like it was his music.
It was
playing,
music.
yeah,
I think the one
because
you're
it's
talking
based
about,
in
'cause I saw it
Philly.
too, was like a bike-related thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was, but it was more based in Philly, and that's why Meek was a part of it.
No. I'm saying like this trailer had
Had his music in it, yeah.
Now I realized I'm like no, he wasn't actually in the trailer because
Got you.
it's
But
low
there's
budget
another
film.
trailer where he's in it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so that's what's up. Yeah, I'm down for that.
All
All right, so that concludes our topics. Let's take another quick break. Let's get into some fucking music.
You ain't a savage.
All right, so we are back. We're gonna get into some new music.
Yeah.
All right.
So who we got? What's up? Since you did the new music this week.
So, new music, Tiana Major 9. It's a debut EP called At Sixes and Sevens.
Her name is Tiana Major 9.
Yeah, so
word.
Tiana, Tiana, and then Major, but Major and 9 are together.
Gotcha. Okay.
But no, this shit, she had to be
Wait,
from the
rap, R&B, what is it?
R&B.
Okay.
From the UK, but like it's so cute because you hear her accent like while she's
She's
singing.
singing? Oh,
It's
that's
cute.
dope.
Ultra Smooth gave me that mellow like India RV kind of vibe. A little Jill Scott when she like before she like goes all crazy and shit, but it was really good. And it's funny because I wrote this until I realized one of the tracks is from a soundtrack from Queen and Slim. I imagined, I listened like by the second track, I'm like, all right, I imagine a scene from a show or a movie where it's like B-roll of like two people in a relationship, like either, you know, when they're thinking about each other kind of thing, or like they had just left each other after a fight, or even like a super intimate like sex scene.
Been there, yeah.
It's one of those like that like that's her music playing in the background.
I like that. Okay.
But then yeah, she has a track there. She has a track on Queen and Slim, which is probably one of those scenes. I've yet to see that movie. I have to see it.
Really? Yeah,
I
actually,
know.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see it either.
No, I'm bugging. Yeah, I have to see it. And then let me see. She offers up mellow and upbeat. Like she has 3 skits that kind of reminded me of like Lauryn Hill skits, but
Okay.
it's not. It wasn't like a questionnaire.
From the
was,
Miseducation album?
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't a questionnaire. It's just each one, because the project is about love and relationships and shit, right? And the 3 skits separate, like they kind of organize the project as it is.
Dope.
So let me see, what is it? So it's just her reciting over a guitar, but like by herself. And it's amazing. So it's the separate, let me see, it's 1, I accept my emotions. The second one, open to love. And the third, what is mine? And it's like it's from like infatuation to falling in love to being in love. So it's actually pretty dope. I really fuck with it. I can't wait to hear more from her. My favorite tracks are Collide with Earth Gang, which that track is fucking beautiful. And then Real Affair.
Okay, Tiana Major 9.
Yeah, and then there were actually like really dope ones. Let me see. Another dope project that came out last Friday, another R&B one, Victoria Monet, I would say. Yeah, Monet.
Okay.
Jaguar. I'm familiar with her. I've seen her name around as like songwriter
I
credits.
feel like you mentioned that name before.
Have I?
I feel like you did. I think we talked about it last week, I think. I remember Victoria Monet and Jaguar being mentioned. I could just be...
I think off air. It wasn't
That's probably
on
what it was,
it.
okay.
It was off air. No, because you had mentions. I was like, oh wait, I think you mentioned somebody else, and it reminded me of her.
Gotcha.
Because I had just seen like she dropped some shit. I know like she's won or she's gotten like Grammy knobs. Like she worked for like Ariana Grande on a couple things. Chloe and Halle, I seen like her writer credits on there too. So this is her 4th project, and it's so good. And I've never heard anything. I just knew, like, I've seen her name, so I'm like, all right, she's one of those songwriters. It's in demand. I've seen her name like several times in other places. And she has that R&B pop sound that has that like hypnotic element. It's fucking dope. And she also has like instrumentation on it, like trumpets and shit that gives that funky sound. And honestly, every time I hear music like this, I feel like it proves even more. Oh my god, it's flying. Sorry, there's a bug in here, and I can't stop staring at it.
Oh my god, it's flying.
Oh my god, it's
You
on.
want me to get it?
No, it's over there. It's okay. If it stays on that side of the living room, then
I'm
we're
gonna
fine.
keep talking.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. So, just don't fly over me. Okay, I don't know. And it's like, shit. There's a lot of what?
I lost him. I'm trying to look.
No, I feel like he's still over there.
Don't
All right, back to Victoria.
Don't play with me. I've been dealing with flies all week. I'll smack the shit out of a nigga right now.
I feel like I'm like fucking Aries right now, just staring like, where the fuck did it go? See, I have a cat that doesn't get any of these. No, okay, wait. Back to Victoria.
Back
okay.
to music. She is. Short
No,
attention
but it's
span.
really, I know. No, but it's really dope. It has a lot of dimensions, and I live for like the layered harmonies. I fucking love that. And like the funky future sounds, which I was trying to say before I got distracted, that it proves even more why I think Rory is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
I love Rory.
Yeah, if anyone loves R&B as much as Rory, it's you.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I feel that.
That funky beat, fucking love it.
Yeah.
But no, that's pretty much what it is. She has dope shit on there. And it's a new R&B sound that I think I can really get behind. Like even like Pink Sweats does it. I don't. It's something about it. I never personally liked the trap soul type.
Okay.
Like I liked it in that moment, and I think I just liked it just for Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
But it carried on the next
A lot
project.
of people did it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me, and I think that's where people started. What was it? Young M.A. She's made a comment about R&B. Like, not. I feel like, is it behind me?
No.
Oh, I saw it. Okay, I saw you look behind me. It's like, what's going on? But it was something that I just couldn't really. I wasn't married to. I was just like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, whatever. That, and I always stayed to like my old R&B until I started seeing like that. The funky beats come out.
Yeah.
And like the new, like, okay, we're gonna do instrumentation. We're gonna use all types of shit. Like,
Bring it back to the classic R&B.
Yeah, and I really fucked with that. And it was more than just using samples of old songs, but trying to make it different and stand out. And I just love it. What was I gonna say? And then the next one, Paloma Ford, which I completely forgot about this chick. I really I have
Beautiful.
this. Yeah, she's gorgeous. I love Jada. That was the first song I ever heard from her, like 2015. She has a sultry voice, and she does play with the trap soul. I like her. I kind of like her old stuff more. This one, X Tapes, I did not like it.
I didn't like it. Okay.
No,
I was getting her confused for a second with that other artist, that the one that's dating the baby, Danny Lay.
Oh yeah. No, Danny Lay. I get confused with Melly.
With Melly, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay,
And it's not.
I get her and Paloma. I get Danny Lay and Paloma mixed up.
But
Melly's like,
Danny Lay's not a blonde, right?
she kind of is. She's,
Oh, no,
she's
she
rocking
is.
blonde,
Yeah,
like
that's
brownish
right.
blonde
That's
hair,
right,
but
that's
they
right.
kind of just similar body, like same skin tone, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
they look different face wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Danny Lay more. I have to hear more of her shit because I've only heard like a couple.
Yeah.
I want to revisit.
She's
her
out here.
catalog.
She dancing her ass off. She can
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah,
She can definitely dance.
No, she really has some good shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like whatever about Paloma Ford. Like I like her old shit. I listen to her new stuff. It's one of those like she's a feature artist that can't escape being a featured
Oh,
artist.
like Halsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'd only
like,
or the Skylar Grey, where you only hear him on the Eminem albums.
Yeah,
and,
like eventually Janae fucking made out of it. Like
Hell
you should
yeah.
too. Yeah, like she just and like she only has the one feature. It's Rick Ross on the X Tapes. I was whatever about it. It wasn't that bad. The other ones, I tried to listen. I couldn't. It's that trap soul. I think at one point, I kind of sense auto-tune. It's like, you have a voice. Why are you putting auto-tune on
why are you
it?
putting any instruments
Why?
on it?
Why? It's like, if you're rapping, why the fuck do you have auto-tune if you're rapping?
Oh man, that's an age-old question. I'm still trying to figure out, but motherfuckers don't care.
Bruh. So anyway, Felt came out with Felt For You, which is, you know, Slug of Atmosphere and Murs of Living Legends.
Yeah.
They came together. And so it started, you know, like the first one was 2002. Now they're on their fourth one. And 18 fucking years later, which is insane to me. I love like the vibe that they give. I love them as a duo. It's another project I have to revisit. I didn't get to finish it because I heard half and I saw the time. I was like, all right, fuck. I got like 3 more projects. But yeah, it was pretty dope. Wait, how do you say his name again?
Amine.
Amine. There you go. I always fuck up his name. He was somebody that is another I didn't finish it, but I have to revisit. I wasn't sure of him at first. And then I remember, like, this was when I was blogging. Still, I was trying to, like, keep up. And I was doing a series of, like, debuts of the month and shit like that, or the year. And I came across this. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to it, whatever. And it's him sitting on a fucking toilet, the Good For You.
Yo, that shit, and not to cut you off,
Yeah, no,
but
you're good, go.
that actually bothered me. When I first heard of him,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, new rapper, whatever. He's got a distinct look to him. But then I saw that him sitting down, like, naked, shitting on the toilet with newspaper cover, and I'm like, that kind of threw me off. And then for this album, as he was promoting it, it came up on my Instagram feed as a sponsored ad. And it was like, the video was beautifully done because it just...
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, yeah.
Exactly. And it's like, it started with that song, Riri.
Yeah.
Then it's another one with Young Thug, Compensating or some shit. Another one called Shimmy that had that Old Dirty Bastard line.
Yeah.
So that together, all those 3 videos and like the colors, the green and white, it made sense. And it's like, yo, this is the type of marketing video that would make me want to listen to an artist. Because like you mentioned before, and now I'm getting it all the time. I'm scrolling and I'm seeing, every time I scroll and shut off my phone, I come back, I get a new sponsored ad by a different rapper giving me a different video. And I'm like, yo, okay, I see what's going on now. And all these sponsored ads look the same, but this guy right here gave me 3 videos in one, all clearly done, great fucking sounding songs. I'm like, yo, I'll listen to this.
That was a separate conversation I thought about having too on the pod, but I'll save it for next time.
Because it's really like, when you do a sponsored ad, like, you really only have 10 seconds to grab or 5 to grab the listener's attention before they keep scrolling.
Well, we're talking about it now. I'll make it short. I just think that some of these, and I kind of mentioned before, if you are gonna pay for the sponsored ad, which we eventually have to, that you need to make something be memorable. Like, you have the 5 seconds, but there are times where I'll, like, myself, I am different than a casual fan, so I'll actually listen to more than 5 seconds, but half the time, like, I can tell, okay, there's potential, let me just see their profile, and they have other better music that they should have sponsored. They should have made an ad out of it. That their ad wasn't whatever, or their ad was dope, but then everything else is trash. It's like, okay.
I've seen ads where it's like those the slide videos where it's like this one guy was just dropping different freestyle verses, so you would slide and
I
just
know
hear
which
him
one
drop
you're
bars.
talking about. I got to say what, yeah.
Like, it was like in a room with people just around him. That's the same one? 'Cause that's the one I was talking about. Like live in the garden or some shit like that. I don't even know the guy's name. But it was impressive.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about another one, but I did get that one,
But
too.
he's just in a booth with people around him hanging. There's a mic, and he's just spitting. And if you slide, it's a different one, different outfits, different people, still in the same location.
But that's how I've been getting my If You Don't Know.
And sometimes. I've been getting, and I see it now. For some reason, I'm like, all right, I'm hooked with you, or the fact that they know I'm doing the podcast, I'm getting these same ads too. And it's weird, but at the same time, I appreciate it because now I'm getting new fucking artists every day. I'm hearing different shit.
Yeah.
What I don't appreciate, though, that Amine had, is that there was actual, like, good quality to this shit, and it made a difference. And I'm like, shit.
He has a budget behind him, that's why.
Yeah, he's got a big label budget.
Most of the ads that I get, like, I've gotten one that was like a verified person. I didn't get the Amine one as a sponsor. That was Amine for me. Yeah, I didn't get Amine, but I saw it because I was looking through his shit, like, when I was listening to the project.
Whoever did the editing was perfect because the first thing you hear when you hear that ad is like, you love Rihanna, but you ain't a savage. Yeah. I'm like, that's a dope ass line right there. And then 2 more seconds of the song, then it goes into the next one, which was Shimmy. Then it goes into another one. And it's like, he just really made 3 dope ass videos and 3 dope ass songs and put them together in like a 15-second ad. And it worked.
No, it definitely worked. Yeah.
So, yeah, and that made me want to check out the album. So far,
no, the album is good.
The album's good. And I've heard a lot of people say it's good.
And I've only heard half.
So, I'm like, and the dude had potential. I just didn't like the first fucking album look. That just kind of turned me off. But this is dope.
So that's why, I when I saw the first project, I was like, fuck, it is a debut. And I was so committed to, like, I'm like, you know what? if it's a trash one. I've already heard other trash debuts. Like, it's whatever. I'll listen to it. And I really fucking liked it. And I wrote a review for it and everything. And it's just like it was so off-putting at first, but I get it. He's trying to grab attention. He's trying to like be different. Yeah. So I get it. And like that's also him personally. When you hear skits or you see videos of him bullshitting, like that is him. But this one, I really like the guy. I didn't hear the 1.5, like the one in the middle. Okay. The project he dropped in the middle, but this one technically is his second studio project, Limbo.
Yeah, I like it.
And I really liked it.
I like it.
What I heard so
far,
he also offers like that new wave, but then also he's still spitting bars on top of it.
Oh, it's a lot of rapping.
The beat, I think it's the second or third track where the beat, I'm like, I don't like this shit. I don't. It's at too new wavy for me, but he's still spitting on there. So my tracks, I kind of like skipped ahead with this one too because I saw Jid was on here. Roots with Jid and Charlie Wilson. The opening track, Burden, was fucking fire. And then, Easy with Summer Walker is dope too.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, that's right. I did hear you at a Summer Walker record. That's right.
But he's like one of the new generation of mainstream hip hop that like kind of gives me hope. I like.
Yes. Okay, I would say so. Yeah. He needs a little more attention. Probably needs that big hit, and then he'll be there with the rest of these people.
Yeah. And then definitely. The one that I got cut short because my bad. I ran out of time with you coming here too. Chris Crack from Chicago. And it's funny, according to Two Dope Boys, he's dropped about 15 projects in the last 5 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, holy shit.
God damn.
I thought about Yos when I was listening to this. Like, you know how I feel about samples. Like, don't sample if you're not going to actually use the sample as part of the song. Like, it should be, watch out with that. Okay. It should be kind of, like, married into your verses, and it works out perfectly. Awesome. So that, I haven't finished listening to it, but it sounds dope.
Chris Crack, okay.
Chris Crack, yeah. One of them, it's like, black don't crack unless you smoke. Unless you smoke crack or some shit like that. It was really funny, yeah. But no, the name of the project is Good Cops Don't Exist.
Ooh, that's a hell of a title.
And the project cover is a pig dressed as because you got pigs.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, nah, I gotta hear this. But yeah, that's about it for Drake just covered. So that was about it for new music, and now Drake just dropped Laugh Now, Cry Later with Lil Durk though.
Oh, so not okay.
And then let me see real quick. He just announced the new project, Certified Lover Boy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Certified Lover Boy. Wow. Okay, Drake.
I don't see a date yet. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, he just dropped a new song and then announced that the project is coming out. Now, due later this summer. That's all it says. There's no exact date. Oh, that's so funny. Certified Lover Boy. I can't stand his ass.
Unbelievable.
Whatever.
Oh, by the way, off topic, Manny hit us back just now. Alchemy said, yo, thanks again for having me. Thanks, Sade, for me. That was awesome.
Oh, Alchemy.
I told him, hey, we can always have you on live.
With the Midas touch.
We can always have you live here in the spot.
Yeah, so. I was saying, while he was on the phone, I'm like, I'll get this nigga live.
He can talk. He can talk.
No, it's over me. It's over me. Right, just stay away from my wine.
Keep going. All right, you want to start there if you don't know?
Wait, no, I can't get through it if you don't knows with that over me. Okay, wait, so we're just gonna stop real quick. Oh my God, get it.
And we're back. Hey everybody, it's time for America's favorite segment, If You Don't Know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And as always, if you don't know, this is the segment where we bring you the hottest up-and-coming talent inside and outside of New Jersey. Artists that we feel that you should be tuned into, ranging from everything from rap, hip-hop, R&B, comedy, spoken word, everything in between. This week, Sade and I both have two different artists that have just released projects or singles that we feel you guys should take a listen to. So first up, from Jersey, I have DJFire, and she just put out a new project featuring LRD Trill. With her, basically, it's just beats, and Trill's been adding the vocals to the song. They put out a short project, pretty much on YouTube, SoundCloud. I think it's going to be on all major streaming platforms very soon. But for the moment, they dropped it on SoundCloud. That's where I found it. And there's one song that I fucking loved, and I loved how Trill sounded on it. And the production was changing a little bit throughout the whole thing. So much love to DJFire and LRD Trill, of course, our homie. This one is called Lust Moment. I'm going to play a little bit of it right now. Lust Moment featuring LRD Trill from DJFire.
Shout out DJFire. The best DJ up and coming artists out here.
Project's called Temptation.
I'm not fucking around with none of y'all. Yeah, I got it. Go. There's no excuse to take advantage in a moment of weakness, even in the club off a few drinks. As a rule, I always keep this tucked in my pocket, would never entice you for a good time. Cause when we sober, I know I wasn't in my right mind. So I leave with compassion. All the scars you had, I can only imagine the damage. I'm observing the scenery, might even offer a bandage or gauze in case it hurt when you fell from heaven. They said rate on a scale of 10, I'm thinking more like 11 plus 11. Then multiply again until I reach infinity. They telling me calm down. I'm like, nah, she was meant for me. Sent to be the one that brings me light. I prayed about it.
No, I was just thinking, Trill, like when he would be part of the ciphers and shit at the greenhouse, he's like, he'll end it. But I'm not a rapper. I don't rap. I sing.
Trill. Sade just mentioned to me, they said that you don't like to rap. I know you like to rap, okay? I heard Trill, and shout out to Lord.
Shit.
Shout out to Lord Trill, man, because he just recently put out a dope ass video with a friend of ours, friend of the show, Bars and Scars, directing the video 5 a.m. and Turntable. Shout out to Trill. Trill's doing his fucking thing on this project with DJFire, so much love to them both. But Trill, we not gonna act like you don't like rapping. I don't want to hear that you don't rap. Okay, you are a rapper, buddy. I know you like to harmonize and use your vocal range and all that, but you also rap, buddy. So let's not forget that. But shout out to Lord Trill. Shout out to DJFire. The song is called Lust Moment. The project is called Temptation. Much love to both of them. That's my first entry for If You Don't Know. All right, for my second selection, I want to actually shout out Danny Ray because I was listening to her show and she mentioned an artist by the name of Tyrone Briggs. New York, I believe from Staten Island as well.
Yeah.
Recently got verified. He's been doing big things. He's had his music played on different outlets. He's doing the licensing thing really big.
Yeah.
He's had his music played for, I think most recently, if you look on Tom Brady's page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played one of Tyrone's songs, which I'm going to play right now. It's called Play for Keeps. Brand new single released earlier this year. I'm going to get right into it. Don't know much about him. Only knew from what Danny told me. So I'm going to play the song. Tyrone Briggs. It's called Play for Keeps.
No, I just realized you said brand new release earlier this year.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right.
That's why I was laughing.
Because I didn't know the exact date.
No, you're fine. That was just funny to me. Brand new release earlier this year. No, it's funny because he had like requested me on Facebook and then I had seen him. I was like, oh, okay, you know Danny and you know Nitty, like, okay. And then I see like him and Frank like talk a lot, so I never got to hear his music until she played him yesterday.
Okay,
this is
I see
very,
Brady bouncing to this.
Yeah, I was about to say this is very. I can see this football thing. Yeah. I miss football.
Confidence is through the ceiling. Tell them all that I don't have no time for chilling. Father told me if they eyes ain't on the millions, dump them in they feelings. Feel like I'ma be running it quick. Fast but it taking no break till I sit on my dome. I don't do nothing but win. Make no mistake when I get in my zone. I got the city on 10. All for the sake of my place, I'll be bringing it home. Squad full of hitters, don't need extra with us. The odds be against us, we still do it all alone. But the kid so sick, I don't need my clique, I be killing it all alone. Used to be little though, now I'm big homie on top of the totem pole.
All right, man, that was Play for Keeps. Brand new single from Tyrone Briggs.
Brand new. You're so funny.
I said brand new release earlier this year. Yeah, no.
It's all good.
Oxymoron. that was my If You Don't Know. Again, if y'all follow Tom Brady, you might have seen that song being played on his Instagram feed earlier this week. Brand new earlier this week.
Earlier this week.
No, man, shout out to Tyrone Briggs, man.
No,
Dope fucking
see, brand
song.
new earlier this week. That still counts.
That counts.
That counts.
So.
That counts.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Play for Keeps, Tyrone Briggs.
I gotta hear more. I hear it in his voice that I think I would like his shit. I'm not a fan of the auto-tune, but he does bring the vibe, and that's definitely like I'm gonna hear more of his stuff.
That's enough
soon.
for you, right? Yeah, as long as you bring the vibe.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna do the auto-tune, then you know, like I can compromise.
Yeah.
But I feel like he has some good shit. So, and if Danny fuck with him, then I fuck with him. So I'll listen to more of his shit.
Yo, real quick. Sorry, before
go
we
ahead.
get into this, I'm in a chat. I'm not gonna mention who's in the chat, but I'm in a chat where they constantly send me different artists who are, and these are reputable artists, who are now saying, who are running with this whole thing, tag an artist who's hot in their town.
Are you talking about the new? I just see the post too. Oh no, something else.
If it ain't Jadakiss, it's Cassidy. If it ain't Cassidy, it's Joel Santana. If it ain't Joel Santana, it's Havoc from Mobb Deep. All these people are trying to get that tour money back, and they're trying to go at these unsigned artists who are hungry and naive to get them to pay $500 or whatever to have a slot on a quote-unquote mixtape that these artists will be hosting. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you guys don't know already, this is a goddamn scam. I know a couple artists that I'm cool with that have already jumped on this shit. Hopefully it works out for y'all, but for the most part, it ain't going to do shit for your career. You just gave these niggas part of their tour money for the year that they weren't going to have because of COVID. We got to look at it like this. There's a reason why so many artists are jumping out the fucking window right now trying to get you on their tape, and it's not because they like your shit. They need the money. It's a hustle for them, and they trying to hustle y'all. This is just another way to hustle the unsigned artist.
I thought you were talking about Keith's post just now. He was like, if you see this, tag unsigned artists or like artists with bars, don't tag me. Like, I'm alright kind of thing. Like, I don't need that shit.
Oh no, it's good for him. He feels that way. Yeah, me, I don't want to get involved in it. Point blank. Period.
I think it's more like that. It's like I'm chilling. I'm good. Like, I don't need a cosign like that. It's all bullshit. Yeah, it's him calling bullshit. Keith's calling it bullshit without calling it bullshit.
Right. No, and I get it completely. I'm tired of seeing Cassidy looking at my goddamn stories. I'm really tired of it. You don't care anything. You really don't care. I don't even know if that's you. I think
that's the thing that's unfortunate. That what if they do care and they're finding talent, but it just seems so scammy. That
it's very scammy because you say you like my shit, and I'm like, what's up? Let's work. And then he's like, all right, man, just throw me 500. I'll get you on a slot. It's gonna be promoted to all my followers, thousands of people. You already know I got mad followers. They're gonna hear your shit. They're gonna fuck with you.
Oh, Cassidy, that was such a fall.
You know, and it's just like you hate hearing it. It's Benny, Jadakiss, Cassidy. I got underground artists checking my shit. Sylvan LaQ, who used to be Quest. I love this guy, and for him to be jumping on this wave, like I know you're not just randomly checking my shit.
Yeah,
it's just very weird. So yeah, my bad. I just wanted to say that. My bad.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Next, I have. Hold on, let me check this off real quick. All right, so this was somebody I found, I believe, in ads. Gualla. Are we calling him Gualla?
Gualla.
Gualla. Okay. If I'm getting her name wrong.
Again, if we get your name wrong, sorry, but we.
Sorry. But yeah, it's I don't know. Actually, no, this is not from an ad. It was somebody that I had met. He has I'm trying to think. He has a brand Valid, and I met him when I was doing Check It, the early days when my cousin, he was like part of like my cousin, like he was friends with my cousin and like that crew that would come in with Park and Parquet and shit. So I met him through there, and I know like he was managing or working with artists. I knew that much, but I never got to meet really any of them. I think I met one that I believe maybe I think he might have performed at the show. I'm not sure, but he was a cool dude, and I still follow him on Instagram, and I seen he posted this, so I'm like, I'm gonna give it a listen. If I see a music video or anything with music, I'm always gonna stop and listen just in case, because I don't want to miss out on anything. And it's actually pretty good. So this is Gualla featuring, let me see, just make sure I got his, it says Maxxout as part of his Instagram name, but I'm not sure entirely what his name is, but let me just get this.
I can hear the pain bleed through the instrumental. A son and a daughter, they mother think I'm deserting them. Never around spending time, I know it's hurting them. Daddy trying to get his change up so y'all don't want for nothing. Living lavish, riding foreign, only push button. Cali voice cause they don't wanna see you win. Small circles run me, nigga, I don't really do the friends. Only the songs with the niggas that really fuck with me. If you fuck with me, you know how to get in touch with me. Free all my niggas, minus setback for a major one. Fuck the police, suck my dick, you know it's K for them. Out in the field every day, risking my life for this cream. Like make a nigga try to chase a dream. Bitches doubted, niggas doubted. Somehow I kept the hope. Going through some shit that I ain't even think to tell a soul. When times got hard, I thought of selling soap. Go and see Poppy, don't break it down, not just sell it whole. Niggas in my own hood, throw dirt on my name. It brought me pain, I ain't complain, I never be the same. I started moving different to better myself. Gotta get in out the hood, invest in my wealth.
Alright. So yeah, that was Gualla, my first choice. Pretty dope. I haven't heard really anything of his. I came across that video and I thought it was fire. And I really liked it. I fucks with it. I gotta find out more of his shit, but it was pretty dope. Let me just double check something. So that dropped the end of July, the end of June. Yeah, Gualla and Maxxout. Title is Check In. Definitely go check them out. I'll tag them and everything in the bio, and you guys can just follow them through there.
Man, he just confirmed. He said he'd be down.
Ooh, holla. All right. Alchemy's coming soon. All right, next. So my next one, second. So I do the playlist with We Are Jersey, and I didn't know about All Hail YT until like Yos did the tape with him. So after listening to that, down the rabbit hole, just checking out all of his shit, and then I found like the other artists he tends to like his circle, like working with them a lot. I came across Chris Skillz. Chris Skillz, which is pretty dope. And he did a project. He just dropped a project. Olvido, maybe? Olvido. Yeah, with Zain, the producer. So kind of like how All Hail did with Yos. It's kind of like that. And it's a dope project. 11 tracks, and this one, Poltergeist, play it right now.
Sinking under the surface is what matters. Sometimes it leads to drinking or something else. What lies at the bottom, I ponder such. Is there an ending? I keep on swimming while just pretending, making progress as I travel to my destination. I see the other side, but I can't see what's waiting for emotion. Still I move in reverse. I'm still learning, I'm just doing what works. At least I thought.
Might not make sense now. Might not make sense now.
It kind of makes sense.
It all works out.
Like when you hear like somebody in our group, like you hear,
tell me, will I need
each other, like each person, you're like, okay, it makes sense why they're friends. It makes sense why him and Chris, like All Hail YT and Chris Skillz are
don't let me
like,
drown. I tread the water scared to look down. I'm floating. What's underneath? I can't see it somehow. I'm hoping to reach the other side. I can't swim, but somehow I try. I learn as I go. Mistakes is a part of growth. I'm growing. Sometimes the rain never stops flowing. I seek shelter. I don't be knowing what's the forecast. Sometimes the sun shines unexpected. Always lessons, and we still neglect it. But
I gotta meet these people. But shout out to Chris Skillz, cause that shit is fire. Fucking no. And I heard most of the project. I still have to get through the rest of it, but I really fucked with it. I really liked it a lot. So yeah. And that was If You Don't Know.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
As always, if you don't know, again, we bring y'all the dopest content, the dopest artists coming inside and outside of New Jersey that we feel y'all should be tuned into. So, yeah, man, we gave y'all a bunch of people now, and we're going to make sure we have that clip for you to remind you who it was that we played and where to get their information and hear their music. That's what we do if you don't know. You already know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then I just want to thank you for being my hero for tonight, for killing the bug. Hero.
Yeah, no problem. I got you. That's no problem.
Even though you left. So something about moths that they leave kind of like almost like a dust smear. It's kind of like when you ash like the cigarette or a blunt and like the ash of it, you try to clean it up and it leaves a smear.
I smeared them with the white napkin and it left a whole trail of
just
like he disintegrated.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking Thanos snapped him.
That's what it was. That's what. And that's so crazy. That's the only thing why I hate killing them, because the way they just die, it's like they just poof into ash.
It's like they weren't meant to be killed at all. Yeah, was
I know.
Something that delicate probably shouldn't be killed.
Literally. Like,
that was so bad. Now I feel terrible.
No, it's cool. It's fine. I'll clean it. But it just thank you. You're my hero tonight.
No worries. Yeah, that thing, I think it was all around the room.
No, that shit was freaking me out. It's not that they do harm or anything. I can't, and I like them.
He wasn't even attached to any light. He was just flying around.
But no, at work they make fun of me all the time because I'm outside. Yeah. So I just be getting all these creatures, and there was this one mosquito, fucking huge, and they're like, it's not doing anything to you. Yeah, but this shit is like half the size of my. No, it literally, like, the way it landed on the wall, it would have been like fit perfectly in my palm.
Yeah, and with the wings out, it's scary.
No, that shit is scary, bro. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill it.
You never know. Anyway. I see any type of spider, I get freaked out.
Yeah, but they do so good.
No, they're
So
good for the ecosystem. That's
they
why
really
I
are
don't.
good.
Yeah, I do my best not to kill them anymore. I'll just pick them up and drop them outside.
Oh no, you have to. Did I ever send you the video where me and Aries were staring at the spider
No.
on the ceiling? Oh no, I didn't send it. I sent it to Chris actually. We're staring at it before I got cast. We're staring at it, and I'm just like, listen, if you're not gonna kill it, and then I'm here talking to. I was like, listen, if you get rid of the mosquitoes and the moths in here, we're good. Just stay away from me. Like, I don't mind a spider here and there in the house.
Yeah, I got some lazy ass cats. These niggas won't kill
No,
a
they
bug
don't do
for
shit.
shit. They look at them. If a bug's like just downed and not doing anything, they'll just play with it. They'll smack it around, but they're not gonna do anything.
No, Spartacus, he used to fucking go crazy. These other ones don't
That's
at
what
all.
I need. I think these guys are just too pussy.
They are
Yeah, but they're cats.
pussycats.
That was a dad joke.
Yeah, that was funny. That was good.
All right. So
All right,
are we?
anything else? I'm good.
Any final thoughts?
I'm good. It was a really good episode. I was able to like, kind of had a mini breakthrough, and you're having like that like moment where no, don't do it. So
Yeah, because it's like I gotta watch out for you now. Because as
It's a
much as I want you to
tendency of
help
mine.
people, because look,
Yeah.
and especially with you, you have a very, very good eye for finding talented people.
yeah,
Only problem is
I do too much.
a lot of these, you do too much, but also a lot of these people, yeah, they have talent, but talent can only take you so far.
They are the work ethic.
The work
So
ethic has to
that's-
be there as well.
Yeah.
And I think with you, I think you'll work with somebody
Mm-hmm.
who has more work ethic than talent, you know, as opposed to more talent than work ethic. You'd rather work with
Yeah.
someone that is hungry enough that they'll work to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, than someone who just knows they have talent, but they're not really trying to put the work in.
Yeah, but I'll notice talent first, obviously.
Right. But if you're not opposed to, at least now, if you see someone that's working hard that wants to get better, you won't mind helping them get in the right direction.
Yeah, I guess.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what's good about it.
And that's the thing that, not that it sucks having the group of friends that we do, because it's good that we like, because we're all independent, but we do rely on each other like for opinions and shit. But then it's like, like I wanna be part of the creative process. Like I wanna help this and that. But everybody's so like, no, I got this.
Yeah.
I was like, meh, okay.
Yeah, they just think.
So when I find somebody who doesn't have that in them, I guess, or doesn't have that support system, I think I fall for it. Fall for it every time.
There you go. Hey, look, lesson learned.
Yeah. Whatever.
Lesson learned. We do not have a title so far.
Shit, we don't. Well, we'll think about it. We have some exclusive music to listen to.
That's true. So we gotta get on that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be nice. All right, so
Yeah.
signing off.
It is what it is. No, I feel like we did that already. Never mind. Did
Es
we?
lo que es.
It sounds like a La India song. I feel like that is a La India song or a Brenda K-Star. Maybe something from Freaky Zeke. Maybe.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I like that. Let's go with
Don't
that.
do that.
Don't do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I fucks with it.
I feel like I had to tell you that a couple times in the episode. Don't do that.
Yeah, you have, yeah?
Yeah, don't
okay,
do
yeah.
that.
There,
All right,
there you go.
there we go. See?
There
See
you
how
go.
that works?
Yeah.
All
Don't
right,
do that. Yeah, I got you.
As always, you can check us out at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. Be sure to check our episodes out on Audio Mac, Anchor, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to check out YouTube to get the full episodes. Hear the If You Don't Know segments, and also check out our minute-long clips giving you previews on the episode that we're talking about. Also, make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out on these podcast streets. As always, this has been episode 50 with your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
We are the Lyrical Fix. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.